starts the Southern Maryland Guitar Guru Show, featuring Dan Harsha and Dan Allman. This week's show, we're highlighting the latest in music, life, and culture.
Things with different eyes.
Yo, 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 it's Dan Harsha, and this is the Guitar Gurus, and with me always is...
Dan Allman here.
How you doing tonight, bud?
I'm excited for tonight. So excited.
Yeah, man, we're coming in hot tonight, man. We're hot, it's busy, and we don't know what to do about it.
We just love it being busy.
So it's going to be a fast one up front, and then we'll make up for it in the back.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, man, so... last week's show was pretty sweet, pretty awesome, man. Fan reaction's been through the roof.
Yeah, I'm still rocking from last week's show.
Dude, it's insane, man. It really is.
I can't believe it. I mean, the response, we're tickled to death about it. I hate to use a phrase like that, but that's what it's like. I don't even know.
Yeah, it's awesome, man. It's
very
cool.
awesome.
And we're loving all this fan support.
Great. Thank you, fans.
Yeah, so, what about this weather, man? It's just insane what we're living through.
I can't wait till that we just don't have to talk about the weather.
One day, friend.
It's February, so we're going to be talking about it.
Right.
And I hate it. I really do.
Well, I'm prepping for spring already in the thunderstorm season. I'm thinking battery backups in here for all the equipment.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
Stuff like that, because I know there's going to be some nights when that shit's going to go down.
Probably, and it would be very hard to send a raven to all our listeners with a transcript of the show attached to its leg.
Yeah.
But we'd be willing to do it if we had to.
That's right, man. That's right. So let's get to it real quick, man. Let's thank Spoon's Barbecue tonight for the meal.
Absolutely, every time.
I put the picture out there. It's already getting fan response.
Yeah.
So that's good. Let's read what we had real quick. You want to do the honors, dude?
Go ahead, man. I'm still just sitting here letting it just settle, man. I'm satisfied.
All right, so tonight's featured items for us for an appetizer was the soft tacos. It's an appetizer, but a substantial appetizer because it's 3 tacos. Stuffed with sweet and spicy kimchi, a country dry slaw, your choice of protein. So I got the pulled pork, which was awesome since we're doing the barbecue.
Right.
And it was great, man. It diced jalapenos. It's drizzled with sriracha sour cream. And it's right. You better be ready with a napkin because it's juicy. It's nice. It's good. It was awesome, dude.
Yeah?
You had one, right?
Yeah. Hell yeah. I couldn't just not have it. It was
Right. Then I had the fried fish dinner, man, which
Nice.
was awesome.
Yeah, it's a good choice.
It was hand battered and deep fried, nice and crispy, and they actually have Old Bay sprinkled and integrated into it. So
They get
that's
it.
a home run.
They get it. They know how it goes.
And of course, I got the green beans and the mac and cheese.
Oh, of course.
Dude.
I feel bad because we typically get those sides with one of these meals because we love them so much. We just have to have them. So the mac and cheese and green beans. Oh my God.
Right, it was killer. And then
Killer.
you had the spicy chicken duck, man.
Did I? You wouldn't even know I had it. I destroyed it so fast.
Yeah, it was good, man.
It was amazing. I mean, the chicken was thin sliced, marinated perfect. They cook it on a flat top grill, locks in the juices, got mixed in with cabbage and carrots and broccoli. It's just amazing. Add that rice with it, and you have got yourself an awesome meal.
Yeah, tonight's meal was killer.
It was stellar, killer. Oh, my God.
Yeah, and we'll give Spoons a little bit more shine later in the show since we're running compressed right now.
Yeah.
So
So thank you, Spoons.
Right. So next order of business is Ollies. Ollies Bar Grill, soundstage phone systems, always cranking. We love it. It's awesome. And then also, they got us with the beer. So we're popping Ollies all night up in this camp.
Yeah.
That's right. We got a camp up in here tonight.
Our bellies are full, and the beer is delicious, too.
And we're going to talk some story. That's right. Straight up talking story.
Yeah, let's go like all just weaving a tale of all kinds of things.
Yeah. So let me read the tonight's guest for everybody.
Right.
So first off is a local guy, Jason Mitchell. been talking to him a lot over these past couple days, and this dude's cool. He gets it. He's young, but he's got it going on. So it's going to be great to catch up with him.
Yeah.
So that's awesome. Then after Jason, we're going to check in with the Trilogy band and promote their show at Ollie's next Friday that the Gurus are going to be at.
Uh-oh, special appearance out in public. I might have to shave.
That's right. That's right. We the Gurus are going to be at Ollie's, and we're going to hang out with Trilogy, but we'll talk to them about that when they get on the horn.
The whole band's coming on.
Yeah, we're going to do it Hydro Effect style.
Nice.
Well, we'll see how it happens. It's going to be cool.
I think so.
Then after that, we're going to check in with previous show guest Justin Williamson. We're going to play all 5 of his songs in the background while we talk to him. And that's his 5-song deal, so it's kind of cool. So we told him we did it. We bring him back on, and he did it.
Ooh, no, return guest. I love it.
Yeah, it's awesome. And then to bring the show down, to close out the show, is going to be Jeremy Payne from the Music People.
Nice.
And he's a real connected dude. I know him back in my days in music retail. He won Rep of the Year for this big time publication in the industry. We'll let him talk about that when he comes on, but that's going to be super awesome.
And I saw he was wearing one of our t-shirts.
That's right. He's a Guru fan, man.
That is a fan there, man.
Yeah, he put it out there, man, and that shirt looks hot.
It does.
So that's cool.
Sweet.
And we're going to try to get Higgy mixed in somewhere in here tonight. He's on the beat. He's got things going on in typical reporter fashion. We're just going to work around his schedule and pop him in when he can.
That's right.
It's going to be kind of cool like that. That's why I like Higgy on the beat.
Yeah.
So,
Southern Maryland Chronicle, baby.
Yeah, he's awesome, man. He's really on board with the show. He's got us a whole page there under the entertainment tab.
Mm-hmm.
Click on that, and all the episodes are right there. Check us out, man. Couldn't be easier.
Yeah, that's pretty easy.
Yeah, and if your work blocks like Facebook or anything like that, I think that site's a workaround because I tried it at my office and it definitely worked.
Nice.
So you can get YouTube. So that's cool.
Beautiful.
And you can beam it to a TV.
Yeah, you can do that.
And it's pretty cool.
I love it.
So, all right, man. So it's going fast. It's hot. We're coming in hot, and we're coming in hard. We're going to take a quick break, then get Jason on the phone and see what's going down. All right?
Sounds great to me.
Cool. Quick one. We'll be right back. It's Guitar Gurus with Dan and Dan.
You're tuned in to the Southern Maryland Guitar Gurus show. The only show that Chuck Norris is afraid to be a guest on.
We see each other through different eyes.
And we're back. We're back from break, man. That was a quick one, dude.
Yeah, it was. We're moving fast tonight.
Yeah, let's get Jason on the phone and find out what's going on in his world. Get the Ollies Bar Grill soundstage phone system cranking, man.
Yeah.
Let's do it, dude.
That's right. Thank you, Ollies, for the phone system.
It is most excellent.
Hello.
Hey, Jason, it's Dan from the Guitar Gurus. You want to go on the air?
Yeah, dude.
All right, man. Well, welcome to the show. I'm sitting here with my co-host, Dan Albin. Dan Albin, say hi to Jason.
Hey, Jason, how you doing this evening?
Hey, pretty good. How about y'all?
Good. We're loving life, man.
Yes, it's cold, cold rain, dude. Cold rain.
Yeah, I know. I get to work out in it.
Oh, man, that's terrible, dude. Sorry about that. So, dude, we're running hot tonight, man. It's just a busy night here. So, you're new to the scene. You're new to my world. So give us the quick history of you, man. Tell us why you started playing guitar and what's going on with you, man. Talk to us about that a little bit.
All right. So, quick summary. I started playing guitar just like everybody else did. Broke up with a girlfriend. So, the heartbreak just inspired me to go and do something because I was just sad. I was actually living in Canada at the time because I went to school. I moved up there for Zed Girl. We broke up. I went into a music store. I knew 2 chords that a friend had shown me. And I went ahead, picked up a Fender acoustic guitar, had a cedar top and like these rosewood back and sides. And it was super nice. It was the nicest guitar I could afford. So went ahead and bought that. And then just fast forward, probably, like 3 years, started playing with a local band called Cowboy Crossing. like rhythm guitar with them. Then I started playing bass for them, and once again, heartbreak struck. So I decided to see what I could do on my own, and book some gigs, see how that went, play some of my original songs, play a bunch of cover songs that I wanted to play. And so far, it's been going pretty good. I mean, the booking rate's been pretty successful considering that I'm a new artist, and a lot of people from the music scene have been helping me get my feet on the ground, help me get running, get started.
Yeah, that's pretty rad, man. So you're telling me an international love affair led you to start playing music?
Yeah, pretty much.
Wow.
I was actually going to school for nursing, and I got my associate's degree in nursing in Canada, all because of this girl. And I was just like, I'd always wanted to play guitar, but I was afraid to ask my mom because my brother played guitar and he kind of gave up. And a lot of people tend to pick up a guitar when they're teenagers, stop playing. So I didn't want to be a cliche. I didn't want my mom to be like, oh, that's what all teenage boys want. You don't want a guitar.
Yeah.
I've heard that too.
Yeah, we all hear that, man. We grew up in the old days too. So that's cool,
Yeah.
man. Man, you got to watch out for the women, man. They'll take your heart. They'll take your heart. So
Hey, I'm sure the women have the same problem. The men always breaking their hearts.
it's a world.
but guys tend to write more songs about it than the women do.
Yeah, it's pretty cool.
Women just move on.
Well, that's pretty cool. I like this one. That's a pretty cool background. So
Yeah,
I'll give you that,
that's
dude.
wild.
You got a unique one, man. That's pretty cool. I dig it.
Sweet.
So where are you performing at, man? Let everybody know where we can catch you out and what you got going on in that world.
So you can catch me out pretty much somewhere once a week in Southern Maryland. This week I'm in White Marsh, and then I'm also doing a full band show with my band Lincoln's Day Off over at Last Drop Country Bar this Saturday on the 16th for after Valentine's Day bash.
Okay.
And I'm super excited about this. Unfortunately, my friend Wesley Spangler had to back out of the gig, so he was like, hey man, go ahead, talk to them, pick up the gig, do a full set, and just have a good time. So I am really thrilled. This is going to be a great opportunity. All three of us love The Last Drop. It's just a great place to hang out. They're actually doing their open mic every Tuesday, it's a great time. Some really great, talented musicians come out.
Yeah, that's cool. We know Wesley really well, so that's pretty cool of him to help you out like that. So I didn't expect any better.
He's been a great help. I got to play with Cowboy Crossan for his EP release party, and it was just such a fun time. He's a real entertainer,
Oh yeah. We go back a long ways with that guy over this place. So he was just on here probably a month ago, I guess we had him on.
About that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it was something like that. I know I listened to that one.
All right.
And
Thank you.
I get to talk to him pretty regularly.
Well, it's good he's looked out for you. He's looking out for you. That's good. We like to hear those kinds of
Yeah,
things.
he's a good dude like that. That's for real.
So, if I can ask you, Jason, I haven't had a chance to ask you a question yet, but if you don't mind, I'd like to.
Yeah, go for it, man. What you got?
Yeah. All right. Well, let me ask you, what's the hardest part of the balance of it all? There's got to be frustrations. There's got to be, good things and bad things. How do you find the balance in it?
I guess the balance for me comes from the reward of my hard work, knowing that there's fruit to my labor. I work a 40-hour work week with the Local 26 Electrical Union. I have a 4-hour commute a day.
Ooh.
So that's 12 hours right there.
Yeah.
I play anywhere from 1 to 3 gigs a week. On top of, I write for the Southern Maryland Chronicles. I do the weekly Spotlight musician page, little column that's coming up. Got the next one coming out tomorrow. I've got the apprenticeship homework and tests I got to work on, and then I have to nurture, my interpersonal relationships with my friends, and I've also got to seek love out at every opportunity because that's what lost romantic musicians do.
Right. That's right.
And then on top of that, if I have free time somewhere in the middle, you have to go out and network because that's the only way you get shows is by networking and talking to people and interacting with other musicians and really being part of that music community because you have your friends and you have your family and then you got your music community, which is another set of friends and family.
That's right.
And it's so important and integral. I'm not even going to try to say that word right now. I'm tongue-tied. But
oh, dude, you should have seen me on a couple shows ago. I've made a fool of myself, so no worries. It's all good.
I'll try not to act a fool on here.
No, you're fine. You're fine.
I do that enough. It's cool. I appreciate that.
That's what we're here for. Just be yourself. That's all you got to be, man.
Yeah, but like I was saying, the music community, it's such a big thing to be a part of, and it's so important when it comes to, playing out because you have to support other musicians. If I'm not playing a show on a weeknight or a weekend, I try and go and support somebody, whether they're a friend or if they're somebody who I was told, hey, this person's good, go look for them, go check them out. And I try to. I don't always have a whole lot of time, and it makes it difficult to do that, and that's part of that balance. But when you see shows happen through networking, like I just managed to book a couple shows in Ocean City yesterday because of those networks and those contacts that I've made over these past couple months, and just being a part of that community. People want to help you and you want to help those people back. If somebody helps me get a gig, I want to help them get a gig. Or if somebody comes to my show, I'm making sure I'm going out to their show, and I'm trying to go out to their shows even if they don't, because part of helping people isn't about expecting a return. It's about doing it because you believe in it. And if something good comes of it, amazing. But if nothing comes of it and you just go and you see some great music and a great act and a great person and they never get that chance to repay you, that's fine.
Yeah.
That's not what it's about.
I commend you for what you just said because I don't know how old you are. I'm going to assume you're probably in your 20s.
Yeah.
And I'll confess this right now out loud to everybody. It took me a long time to learn that. And I feel bad that I wasn't more like that when I was younger, because there was that kind of thing. Like, man, we always go see them. They never come see us. And I fell into that. And I learned it later on in life. I wish I'd learned it sooner. You've got it. You already know it. So I commend you for that. That's wise. Very wise.
Thanks.
Trust me. Believe me, it's true. Us older dudes are pains in the butt back in the day.
Oh, yeah, man. I was a straight knucklehead, Jason. Knucklehead.
You got it figured out, so I commend you for that.
Yeah, man. Well, cool, dude. I want to talk about gear real quick. I'm going to shift that gear. I'm going to go right into fourth gear.
Oh, Lordy, shift that gear.
Yeah, fourth gear.
Fourth gear.
Right? And I want to know, what's your current rig, man? What you got? What are you playing with? Talk to me about it. Geek me out with something.
Geek you out. All right, I'll try to streamline the gig, the gigging gear for the people at home that might not really be so into it. But I've got my main electric guitar, which is this custom built Lee bass electric guitar. He's only built like 4 of them. If you never checked out his gear, it's Lee Bass Guitars on Facebook. He's a great guy. His name's Scott. And it's just this beautiful piece of hand, like, carved wood, all the electronics and everything specced out by me, and through his recommendations we managed to come up with this beautiful guitar. And then I run that through a couple of pedals. I got my little mini compressor. I throw it through the basic wah volume pedal, a couple of drives. I really like discontinued gear, so like my main distortion is a Boss DA2. It's an adaptive distortion. It's been since discontinued. It actually uses real-time processing to duplicate your signal, and then you choose how much blend of distortion and clean is put into the signal coming back out. And I run that into a chorus, got 2 analog delays because I'm a big analog delay guy. I got a carbon copy with the modulation on, and I got a DM2W, which is the analog delay that Boss made Waza Craft reissue, and I keep that on I I keep them on a short, long section so I can get like this nice slap back right before my reverb, and I run that into 2 like small heads. I got a 15-watt Blackheart, which is a discontinued amp that was made by an Ampeg subsidiary, and I got a Vox Night Train 50, which is also discontinued, and I also have a Silvertone 1484 that I don't really gig out because it's super vintage.
That's cool, man. You got a little collection of gear.
Yeah.
Let's talk about that Waza pedal, man.
Oh, the Waza pedal?
Yeah, talk to me about that. That thing intrigued me. I haven't pulled the trigger on it yet. Talk to me about it.
All right. So it is hands down the best delay I have ever used.
Okay.
I love using it on the like the standard settings it has, and I just kind of keep it really as my long delay because it's a super warm tone. Like the delay sounds you're gonna get from that, they're gonna feel so like comfortable. It's almost like you feel the delay. You don't hear it, you feel it.
Wow.
And with the Wazacraft stuff, I've been super impressed. You know, I'm not a huge Boss guy. I think they have really great pedals, and I think they have really bad pedals. But the Wazacraft stuff is all a step above. Anytime you see that W on there, go ahead and buy it. You're not going to lose. It's a gamble that's worth taking. It's going to pay off. I've also had the Blues Driver, the Wazacraft Blues Driver, and you put that next to the regular Blues Driver, you're going to blow the thing out of the water. It's just a step above.
Wow. Dude, that's some cool insight, man. That's awesome, dude. That's cool. You geeked me out for a while. I dig it. That's cool. Mission accomplished.
You'd be surprised how many people listen to this love hearing about the gear, man. So you're not geeking anybody out or just being like, nobody wants to hear about it. People love hearing about gear.
Yeah, I love acoustic guitars a lot too. So like, I've been playing my Breedlove for 3 years now, a little over 3 years. It was my first Christmas gift guitar, and just anything by Breedlove. If you go into a store, anybody listening, go try out the Breedloves. You are going to love them. They got this great pinless bridge system. If you're ever fighting those little pins that keep popping up every time you change the strings, you don't have to worry about it anymore. It's got this great pinless bridge system, and the body shapes are super comfortable. Go check them out.
Oh yeah, dude, I've actually been to the Breedlove factory, my friend. I've been there, and
I'm a little jealous. I'm a little jealous right now.
And I got to hand select all the materials for the build that we did at the shop when I was at the shop, managing the shop. So, dude, let me just tell you, dude, it's a pretty special place out there, dude. And whenever we meet up, dude, I got all the pictures on my phone. I'll show you.
Oh, all right. I'm gonna hold you to that.
So, oh yeah, dude, no worries, dude. Storage day, dude, I got it all on there, dude. I'll show you, dude. It won't be a problem. So, hey, one more question, then we're gonna get out of here. We got 4 minutes, dude, to keep on schedule.
Right.
Sorry to
4
rush
minutes.
you, but we
I
got
can
to
do this.
All right, it's our signature question. It's our favorite question, really. It's called Best Gig, Worst Gig. Answer in any order you like, but you got to answer both.
All right. Best gig I ever played, and it's not because it was the best performance I ever gave. It was my first gig at the Ruddy Duck, August 30th. It was my first solo departure show, and I was going through that breakup I was talking about that triggered this whole thing, and I knew about this gig about a month out, and I begged everyone to come out. I said, I need you for this one. Like, it's the only time I've ever gone on my hands and knees and like begged people to come to something because it mattered that much to me. And I had 30 people come to the Ruddy Duck that night, and I was blown away by the support of my friends and fellow musicians, and I was on such a euphoric high that I didn't sleep that night. I stayed all the way up, went to work, and did another 8-hour shift after going 8 hours, playing this gig, doing another 8-hour shift, and getting home, and I was still feeling it. It was such the best experience of my life, hands down. Worst gig, though, was not really a gig. It was I went to support a friend's band, and I got really, really toasted, and he decided to invite me up on stage, knowing that I was gone, and I had never felt so embarrassed, because I was sober enough to know that the key I was singing in was horribly wrong, but I wasn't sober enough to be able to compensate, and that was very shameful. I'd never been to that place before, and thankfully I went back and redeemed myself at an open mic and managed to get a gig there.
Yeah, dude, that's just part of growing up, man. If that's the worst thing you did, man, you're doing all right, really. I mean,
Yeah,
you're allowed to.
thankfully I got drunk at somebody else's show, not my show. I'm trying to make sure that never happens. I'll turn down shots, I'll turn down drinks, or I'll pass them off, because I know the repercussions of being a new artist. You don't have the chance to make mistakes. There is no room for error. This is your first gig, and it is very easily your last gig at this place. So I know that I have to be on top of everything that I do, whether it's a strong song, a weak song. I can't mess up, and that's a lot of pressure when, sometimes you're not playing for a whole lot of money. And you got to remember then at those times that it's about the music just as much as it is about, how much you're making that night, So that pressure, always being there, always trying to be the best performance you can be, no matter what pay or weather or how you're feeling, whether you're sick, it's a lot.
Cool, man. Well, dude, you got a good head on your shoulders. I got full faith in you, man.
Yeah.
Talking to you, man.
It's a support.
Yeah.
It's a support and the faith from other people that keeps me going sometimes.
Well, dude, if you got to promote something, man, just send me a message, man. Facebook posts are free. So, dude, I have
All
no
right,
problem.
I appreciate that.
Dude,
If you want to promote and share this February 16th event and help me, get a good turnout at Last Drop, I'm not going to argue with that. I'll take that help.
yeah, man, just tip me up, dude. We'll hook up something, dude. I'll hook you up, man. No problem. But, dude, I hate to be quick at the end, but we got to go to keep on schedule, man. You've been great. You're awesome. Like I said, I'll help you out. We'll be talking soon, and we'll get you back in a couple months, all right?
All right, thanks so much for having me. It's been great to be a part of this.
All right, Jason. Well, from the Southern Maryland Guitar Gurus, we say thank you and good night, buddy.
Good night.
Good night.
All right.
Bye.
Well, cool, man. That was cool, man.
Yeah, he's got a good head on the shoulders.
Yeah, man.
He knows. He's figured it out.
Yeah.
He's working hard. That's the part you got to figure out. He's already got that figured out.
Yep. He just got to put the time in.
He's doing it.
Yeah.
So he's going to be all right.
Yep.
He's going to be just fine. We'll keep an eye on him. He's going to be doing some things.
Yep.
Cool.
Cool. Well, that's it. Let's take a break and we'll come back, get Trilogy going, and it's going to be awesome, man.
Yeah.
We're rolling, dude. It's rolling.
It's breakneck speed tonight. It's quick.
Quick. We're going to hop in. We got a lot of stuff to get to. It's going to be a fun one. Let's see how far we get it going. It's Guitar Gurus with Dan and Dan. We'll be right back.
Broadcasting from our 100 gigawatt radio internet thing that plugs into something else. It's WGUR, the Guitar Gurus. We see each other through different eyes.
Oh, yeah, man. We're back from break, dude. The show's
Yeah.
just rolling, dude. It's so busy tonight,
I love
man.
it. I actually love this speed. It keeps us on our toes. It just keeps the thing moving. I really like this a lot.
Yeah, me too, dude. It's high
Yeah.
energy.
Yeah.
You can't. There's no sleeping tonight. And the conversation from Jason was pretty awesome.
It was
so-
great.
So you can't. That's a pretty good start.
Yeah.
So let's get Aaron on the phone and see if the Trilogy band's all happening and see what's up with them tonight.
Yeah, let's catch up with them. See what's going on.
This is gonna be a fun one. We're gonna try another group call. So
Yeah, I
let's
love
see how
these.
this goes.
They're very dangerous.
Yeah, so listeners, you are the guinea pig again. This is our second attempt at the group call, so we're going to see how it goes. So
Yeah.
let's get the power of the Ollies Bar and Grill soundstage phone system cranking. It sounds like it's up for the task.
Oh, yeah.
Popped an Ollie. Ooh, right into a ring.
Uh-oh.
Oh, it's connected, dude. It's getting the energy. It's getting the energy.
Ooh.
Hello?
Aaron, it's Dan from the Guitar Gurus. You want to go on the air?
Yes, sir.
Oh, man, dude. You got the band with you? Where are they at?
I got the whole band in the house. Everybody say hello.
Oh, wow. We got Trilogy on the group call. Ollies Bar Grill soundstage phone system is cranking. I love
Listen to
it.
that.
Good deal, dude.
That system's working good.
This is awesome, dude. Hey, well, dude, Aaron, thanks for coming back on the show. Band members of Trilogy, welcome to the show. What I would like y'all to do is introduce everybody in the band. Do it clockwise, go around the room, and say your name and what you do in the band. That way we can get to know you real quick.
My name's Hannah, and I pretty much sing. I'm a really useful member of the band.
So you're the lead singer, Hannah.
Oh yeah, I do set up the lights, so I got other jobs.
Well, good evening, Anna.
Good evening.
Yeah, welcome to the show.
Happy to be here.
Awesome. Who's next?
I'm Sean Kirkpatrick. I play the drums. Also do lighting design for the band.
Multitasking.
Oh, wow.
Yeah,
dude.
we like that.
Yeah, that's cool, dude. Well, you do a good job, man. I really enjoy the shows that I've seen so far with you guys. So, bravo, dude. I dig it.
I appreciate you, Dan. Thanks for having us.
Awesome, dude. Awesome. All right. Well, who's next?
Hey, I'm Jason. I play keyboards and sometimes bass when Chris gets the hankering to play the guitar.
Nice.
Ooh, that's kind of cool.
Another multitasker. We love those, man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The Swiss tool of the band. I
Yeah.
love it. Good deal. Good deal.
Awesome.
Sweet. All right. I know there's one more. Where's he at?
Hey, fellas, this is Chris Gardner, primary instruments bass, and like Jason said, I'll jump on rhythm guitar some, and also sing a few and do some backing vocals. Glad to be with you guys.
Yeah. Thanks
Yeah.
for being here.
Yeah, buddy. Yeah, man. You bought that damn Schecter I wanted. Got it.
I did. Yes, I did. I was
Don't
wondering
think
if you
I was
remember
going to
that.
let you get away without bringing that up. Got my Dragon Burst, dude. I love it, dude. Every time you play it, I go, I
get on
purchased
that stage. I don't think I don't even, you haven't seen one like that either. There's something that, man, I tried it. Yeah.
Yeah, dude. That
Yeah.
thing's hot.
Dan doesn't forget anything, by the way. He forgets nothing.
Guitar related, definitely, yeah.
That's cool, dude. Well, dude, the reason that we're having you on the call tonight is to promote your show at Ollie's. Not this Friday, but next Friday, correct?
Right.
Yep.
Yeah, and guess what, guys? We're going to be in the house. That's going to be our first appearance at Ollie's. We're going to be right there with you. Justin and his staff has arranged it, and it's going to make it a very unique experience that night. How does that sound?
Oh, yeah.
That's awesome.
That's gonna be fun.
Oh, yeah.
We got a cool show planned for you guys.
Yeah,
Oh,
man.
I can't wait to see it, man.
Yeah, dude, it's gonna be awesome. So, we're really excited to do this with you. And I think it's gonna be a pretty good time. So, tell us what can we expect, man?
Well, there's going to be a lot of high energy moments. I mean, we start off playing a lot of modern classics that'll keep everybody kind of just getting engaged with the show, and then later on throughout the night, while people start getting more inebriated, as you if you will, we'll start bringing up the pace a little and making sure everybody just stays dancing throughout the night. We try to make sure there's no dead air in between the songs and just kind of just flow throughout the night and just keep everybody moving. So.
You can't go wrong with a Badass Light show either.
Hell no.
Yeah, we definitely wanted to try to cover all aspects. I mean, we try to give everybody a little something of everything.
Yeah.
So one of the things we say is like you guarantee you're gonna like at least one of the songs we play. Hopefully 4. At one's a plus. That's right. One's a plus. That's right.
Well, I gotta say, the times I've seen y'all play in LaPlata, man, outdoors, man, y'all just bring it, man. It's just right, and I'm so excited to get this kind of like partnership with you at Ollie's to really see it inside in that room there, because that room, I know the sound's got to play tight in there, and I'm just geeked out to see how y'all do it. So I'm looking really forward to that part of it.
Yeah, we'll have our regular sound guy there too, so he should make it sound pretty good. Shout out to Ryan Icky. Ryan Icky.
Oh, that's cool.
There
dude.
you go.
Yeah, man, definitely, dude.
Now, it sounds like you guys got a really high energy program picked out, man. I love the fact that you guys don't like any dead air in there. That's you got to roll. You got to roll the whole time. I love it.
Oh yeah, we're put on a show, man. There's no ifs, ands, or buts about it.
Great.
Which is kind of hard sometimes because there's a lot of moving around of instruments and stuff, but we try and do it as fast as possible.
Yeah.
We
Yeah,
have a little bit of musical chairs. Yeah.
Sounds like everybody's got more than one job in that band. So.
Oh, yeah. If
Gotta
you only
keep
do
moving.
one thing, you're fired. There's no LSD in the band either. The lead singer just...
Damn it.
Well, hold on. I want a
They've got a bunch
disclosure.
for the band.
Hey, I know one of y'all in the band owns a brewery. Who's that?
No, that's me. That's Jason.
Yeah, man. So Ollie's sponsors us some beer. We do like that too.
Yeah. Don't step on any toes right now, man.
But we enjoy a drink or two. Yeah, we have to work that out.
Yeah, you make sure you get it to Ollie's, man. That's what I was saying. You got to get it to Ollie's. That way we can get some.
If not, if they can't get it on tap, I know a guy. We'll talk.
Oh, there you go.
I do have to say, whenever we have Blood Orange Blonde on tap at a venue around Southern Maryland, it seems to disappear rather quickly when Trilogy is out.
Wow.
It doesn't last. It
doesn't last.
By the second set.
Yeah.
All right. Well,
I love it.
I'll talk to Justin. I'm gonna work
love
on
it.
this. We'll get something, dude. Well, that's cool. Hey, so besides the Ollie's gig, where else are y'all playing, man? What's going on?
We got 3 shows actually next week, including that Ollie show. Well, I guess I'll back up. This Saturday will be at Fager's Island. They're having their 6th annual Oyster Garden, and then on Thursday we are going to be in Corning, New York, at the Museum of Glass for their event that they have. It's called 2300 Degrees. I know this one in particular has a theme of fire and ice, which will be pretty cool. And then we have Ollie. Oh yeah, dragons. Yeah, girl, we dragons.
Right. Well, that's crazy.
Ollie's on Friday, and then Saturday we're at that side, in Colonial Beach.
Nice.
Oh wow.
There you go.
Yeah. But last time Aaron was on, he told us the story about when y'all tried to go to Corning, New York, and it got snowed out on you. So you're completely
Right. Yeah. So this is attempt number 2. Hopefully the bad weather stays away.
Pack your lunch, Aaron. Don't eat anybody's food up there, buddy.
We're not going to do a room. We're not allowed to touch anything.
I'm going in a bubble.
Yeah.
I love it, dude. So, hey, geek us out. Since Sean does the lights, I was going to ask everybody about their guitars and stuff. So, let's try to keep it quick on the guitars and stuff so Sean can talk about the lights, because that's kind of cool. Let's let other bands know about that. What do y'all think?
Yeah, absolutely. Yep.
All right, so what acts does everybody have? Start with Aaron.
I basically just play, unless I break a string on it, I play a PRS custom, but actually it's a P22. I got it from an online store. They made like 15 of them. So it's pretty cool. It's all mahogany. There's no maple top or anything on it. It's got like a rosewood neck, which is really, I really like that. But yeah, that's pretty much the only act I play. If I break that, then I play my other PRS, which is a 513. Tetanus strings on it. Yeah. Everybody makes fun because I haven't changed those strings in like 2 years. So we're seeing if they actually break, because I never play the thing. So.
Wow. That's cool, dude. Awesome. Who's next? Who's up next?
Here's Chris.
All right.
Hey, so I play 2 Schecter instruments. The bass is a Riot 5 string Schecter, and then the 6 string, the rhythm guitar is a Schecter as well. I believe it's kind of like the Hellraiser design, but the paint job is like, I think they call it Reptile or something, right?
Dragon Burst. It's
Yep,
Dragon
so
Burst.
that's what I got, man, and I never break anything. Knock on wood. And if I do, I'll have to use the Tetanus guitar. But right, yeah, so I thought Sean, right? And Jason's, I think Jason's guitar is a laptop, right? It is, yeah.
Wow.
I love it.
Damn.
If it's a guitar, they only let me play 1 string at a time. So I jump on Chris's bass when I have to do those songs. But typically I'm playing a 49E MIDI controller based out of Ableton on a laptop.
Cool.
That's nice.
That's awesome, dude.
Yeah.
Awesome. Sweet.
I play air guitar sometimes.
Yeah, you do.
Oh, yeah?
You play guitar.
Oh yeah, on Zombie, I'll grab that electric.
Yeah. So, Sean here.
All right, dude, talk us these lights.
Sorry?
Talk to us about these lights.
Okay, so as far as the lights go, I kind of started doing lights back when I was like 12 years old with my dad, Mike Kirkpatrick from the Jetty. I'm sure a lot of people probably know about him. He kind of got me into it. Right now I'm using Chauvet Show Express software for a laptop, and basically the software comes completely blank, and you have to program each individual fixture into the software, and then what I do is I actually sequence light shows to go along with that I'm playing according to click tracks that basically tell me when to start and when to stop, and that way the whole band kind of just synchronizes with the light show in a sense.
That's amazing.
That's amazing, dude. I know that
Yeah.
Chauvet stuff from my days in the industry, and I know how sometimes that can be a bear to work with. So, and I know what you're putting out there, dude. So, bravo, man. That stuff's
Wow.
cool.
Yeah, it's a lot of background work. I mean, I spent a good probably 4 or 5 hours at least just working on different tracks and stuff like that, just trying to get shows together for each weekend. Whenever I get time to actually work on it, you have to set up the entire light show in order to program it. So it definitely is.
The first time you programmed it, it's just like you're down there for like all day for 3 weeks.
Yeah, well, yeah.
Not 5 hours.
You're so a hole.
Yeah, man.
We
That's a lot
locked
of
him in the
work.
basement and said he can't come out until the light show's done. It took about 3 weeks.
Dude, you put on a hell of a show, man. I know that, dude.
Yeah.
It's cool. It's real cool. And I can't wait to see y'all just come at Ollie's, man. This is going to be rad.
That means the world to me. I love seeing the people that's enjoying it. So that's what I'm doing it for. Heck yeah.
Yeah, dude,
We agree.
I'm the tech
There's
nerd.
something to incorporate. It's not just playing the song. It's not, it's the camaraderie with the crowd. It's the lights. It's everything. It's on a show.
Yeah.
On a show.
It's got to be an entire immersive experience. It takes all the elements and all the senses have to be attacked. It makes for a great show.
On it right. It has had a light show.
That's cool, man.
Yes, sir.
All right, so collectively as a band, we're gonna play the signature question. So y'all pick one. You pick one person out of the group to do the best gig. Pick the other person to do the worst gig, and y'all tell us as a combined force of Trilogy, what's y'all's situations?
On the spot? Who's
Oh,
doing it?
yeah, on the spot.
On the spot.
That's how this works.
Come to the agreement that the worst gig was a venue that is not to be named.
That's fine. That's fine.
It was an outdoor gig on a beach, and they have a very nice stage. However, there's no cover, and there was a storm coming in, of course, and we, told the management everything, let them know. They were aware of the storm coming, but they said, continue doing what you're doing anyway. So we continue setting up our stuff and watching the radar, and we get everything set up, and we're ready to go. And here comes the storm right over the horizon.
It's coming.
It's coming. Next thing you know, we're grabbing every single umbrella, every single tarp, every single bunch of cord we could possibly find, trying to just cover up every single sensitive piece of equipment that we can. We were literally taking our shirts off to make sure our shoes didn't get wet. Yeah.
I didn't.
All right.
More guys did.
Hey, like I
was
said,
ready
all
to take my
right.
And typically a summer storm will last about 5 minutes. Well, this thing poured on us for almost a half hour.
Oh, my God.
So it's
You're thinking the
Yeah.
worst. You're fearing the worst with the gear. All you can imagine is everything's fried.
Oh yeah, and things were. It did not end well. And
one of Jason's keyboards actually still experiencing symptoms, and that's the reason why he ended up moving to the Ableton Live system, was because
Wow.
that white keyboard just decided it wasn't going to cooperate there was always some weird gremlin inside of it just causing it to have malfunctions every single gig pretty much. There was something weird happening.
Wow.
And there's nothing you could do with the ownership of the venue. I'm sure they didn't care at all.
No, they kind of just stood there and watched the show that was doing on stage.
But consummate professionals as we were, we had music playing through the speakers that entire monsoon. So we did our job.
There was actually people dancing at the tiki bar underneath the awning while we were playing music. They weren't leaving.
That's cool.
Yeah, the surprise thing to all that was after all the monsoon, one of the individuals walked up and said, "Hey, do you guys think that you can maybe take everything up and set it up inside and play inside tonight?" And of course, we're all drenched, like he said, shirts are off and everything. So that was probably the highlight of that one.
Yeah.
Sure. Well, sure. I mean, I don't think anything's burned up around this yet.
We're sitting there literally watching my keyboard decide what patch it wants to play.
I swear there's a puff of smoke coming up. I guarantee it. It was so bad.
You know, for a worse gig, you guys are sure laughing a lot like it was actually not that bad.
What can you do at this point besides laugh? I mean, it's gone, it's done and over with. We've had plenty to make up for it.
Yeah,
so.
you're
Exactly.
right.
The best part was, though, and I love to tell them this story, the whole time we're working, setting up, it's like a 2-hour setup pre-gig to get all the lights and the gear and the microphones checked and all the stuff you have to do. The entire time, literally every 5 minutes, we're asking Aaron, he's got an app. We're going, so hey, how's it look? How's it look? Are we going to be all right? Should we put some charts? Should we find some stuff? He's like, I think we're going to be fine. It's a 21% chance. 21% chance. So we're stay long. We're watching tornadoes on the horizon. Lightning bolts, you know what I mean? It was absolute Armageddon.
I told her, hey, we trust our boy there.
I think it's going to be okay.
Yeah, I told her there's nothing to worry about. My app says fucking 20%.
Needless to say, he's going to use that app. Yeah, you got to do one. 2 apps.
Lord.
That's great. That's great.
All right. So we got a minute left. What you got for a best gig?
I guess we can't say Corning because you used that in your last interview. It was could have been best gig. I think one of our favorites has been we played at Hollywood Casino in West Virginia once, and that was a really fun time. That was back when we first started, and it's one of those shows that you walk into and you're like, oh no, I don't know how this is going to be. There's not, but there's a bunch of people just hanging out at a bar,
People playing slot machines.
Right. And then all of a sudden, out of nowhere, we started playing 2 or 3 songs, and you would have thought that, we were actually Guns N' Roses on the stage, like Axl Rose.
The floodgates opened up. Everybody left their slot machines and the blackjack tables, and you could see them coming from the gambling area, just swarming the stage. And it was,
Wow.
That's cool.
Full experience.
That's cool.
That has got to be awesome.
Yeah.
I like that it's kind of surprise you when you go in and you don't have those huge expectations.
Yeah. You think you're going to be background music.
Right.
Yeah, anything, aside from the that venue, anything where the crowd's getting involved and they're enjoying what we're doing. I mean, any of those shows are always, it's like it's brand new every time for us when people get involved and they enjoy what we're doing. Oh, yeah. I'd say it puts everything into perspective. Yeah, it really does. I know we're going over a minute here, but I also want to include Waterman.
Yes. Oh, yeah.
The first time we went to Waterman was over at Rock Hall. And we had absolutely no idea what to expect because of the Eastern Shore. We never play over there. I mean, Charlie in and of itself doesn't really even book over there. We were the spearhead band to get into that circuit.
Right.
And we go over there and we play one show, our first show, and it's like the whole dock is freaking shaking. People up and down.
I thought we were going in the water. I thought the whole place was going to collapse.
That place knows how to throw down.
That would have been awesome, by the way.
Yeah, those
if it would have
people know how to
collapsed, I mean, as long as nobody got hurt, that would have been epic.
That would have been a story to tell you guys.
Oh,
By the
yeah.
way, we did lose all the gear. It's in the water. However, I did drink a jug of water that was filled with net.
Oh, wow. Yeah. Did you have a net?
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
There was
man.
a bunch of food there that summer, and my whole jug of water was completely covered. There was a layer of nets over top of the water, and I was trying to signal to people to try to give me another water, and nobody could understand what I was saying because I don't have a microphone. Yeah, right. Yeah, it was protein water.
Perfect.
That is awesome.
That's perfect, dudes. Well, we look forward to seeing you at Ollie's. It's going to be a fun Friday night. And we're going to be promoting it heavy on the social media. So we'll talk in the background and coordinate that stuff so we do it right. So
Heck yeah, awesome.
It's gonna be
Yeah,
awesome.
I can't wait. Yeah, we're gonna give a quick shout out to all the other bands in the area and everybody that's doing their thing and rocking out there. If you guys, go check out bands you haven't checked out, you don't know what you're missing. And you've done that, so.
And thanks for Dan and Dan. Show you guys. Yeah, you've just done. It's really cool to have something like this going around.
Yeah.
Southern Maryland music scene is definitely more of been a big part of the family that I've had growing up. I mean, I have my mother and father, and God love them, but music scene around here has really definitely raised me, and I can't express my gratitude for the stuff that you guys are doing enough for this music scene. It's definitely incredible, and you guys do a great job.
Go ahead, Sean. Yeah.
And we all
Thank
want
you
to say
so
that
much.
to Sean to beat us to it. Yeah.
It's cool.
No, we really do appreciate it, and it's all about the community, and there's something really special in Southern Maryland as far as the music scene that the rest of the world will never understand, and it has a very special meaning to all of us, and we're just glad to be a part of it. We wouldn't be here if it wasn't for y'all, people like you. So we thank you more than anything.
Yeah, that's cool. It's a symbiotic circle of energy.
Yeah. So thank you so much.
I like it.
Circle.
Yeah. It's a circle.
Why Sean doesn't get a mic? I
Right.
did that live.
All right, dudes.
Yeah, I can sing backups if you need me. I'm there. Okay, I can do this.
Wow. It's getting nuts.
Yeah.
Well, dudes, this has been awesome. You definitely have a home here. All of you guys, anytime. You got a home here.
Yeah, thanks.
Yeah, so we'll be in touch soon. We appreciate y'all getting together tonight for us. This was super cool, super awesome, and we're gonna bring some recorders with us Friday, so we'll get some audio from all of y'all on scene. And we're gonna do some cool things. I got some surprises for you, so watch out. And y'all know how I think. So, it's gonna be.
You guys are the best. Thank you.
Yeah, man. Rock on, man.
Can't wait.
All right, Team Trilogy, Band Trilogy from the Southern Maryland Guitar Gurus. We say thank you and good night.
Good night.
I can talk to you.
Good night. Wow, that was fun, man.
That was fun.
It was incredible. He flew. I mean, dude, we could have just kept on going with that.
Dude, we get to hang out with them at Ollie's.
I know. I can't wait.
The soundstage phone system is just phenomenal. Ollie's, man. Thank you.
Wait till you actually hear him on the stage at Ollie's. Well,
it's going to be awesome.
That's next Friday, February 22nd at Ollies Bar Grill, the Trilogy Band.
With the Southern Maryland Guitar Gurus on site.
Oh,
with
yeah.
them.
Oh, that's right. We're going to be there too, aren't we?
Right.
Live appearance by us, just hanging out.
Doing our
So,
thing.
what a great interview. It was. That shows me how much they love what they're doing, that they all got together to be on here.
Yeah.
Because that's, it's hard enough getting together for practice, but they just got together just to be on the interview. That says a lot to me. It says a lot to everybody. I mean, that's a tight-knit group.
Yeah, man, they get it, man. They know
So-
how it is. They get it. They're in it.
I really do appreciate their time, Trilogy. Thank you so much. Oh, you guys are awesome. And what else can I say?
Yeah, we're going to take a quick break, come back, get Justin Williamson on the phone. We're going to jam his stuff in the background while we talk to him and get it going on from there and then see how it goes and then get Jeremy Payne on the phone. Then we got to do some housekeeping at the end of the show.
Yeah,
I got the guitar of the week.
You got Guitar of the Week. We got our
Right.
2 for Tuesday.
Shout out. And then I got a special shout out for Justin Taylor. I was going to do it in the beginning, but we ran so hot, so heavy.
Yeah.
I couldn't do it, so I got a special shout out for him. He hooked me up big time today.
Previous guest of the show.
Yeah.
Good fan, good friend,
Yeah,
everything.
So, special shout out to Justin Taylor. He's a good dude. He helped us out big time today. I
Yeah.
helped him out. It's cool. So Justin, thanks, dude. You the man.
There's your shout out.
Yeah, buddy. Cool.
Just kidding. We got to take a quick break.
And we'll get back here with y'all, and it's gonna be a cool night, man. It's going. Episode 13, brother.
Ooh, lucky 13.
Right. All right. It's Guitar Gurus with Dan and Dan.
Welcome back to the Southern Maryland Guitar Guru Show. If you're lucky, you'll see these two on a tandem bicycle riding down 925. We see each other through different eyes.
Oh, yeah, man. What's happening, dude? We're back from break. We're going to get Justin on the line. We're jamming his songs, man.
Hell yeah. We're going to get him on the phone.
Yeah, man.
We're still rocking from the Trilogy interview.
Right. Did you hear that?
It's great.
It's jamming.
That's Justin jamming.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. Let's get him
cool
on and talk to him about this.
Yeah, let's do it. Yeah. Let's dial him up on the Ollies Bar Grill soundstage phone system.
Yeah.
All right, pop an Ollie and let's roll.
Thank you, Ollie.
Hello.
Hey, Justin, it's Dan from the Guitar Gurus. You want to go on the air?
Hell yeah.
Awesome.
How y'all doing tonight?
Pretty good, man.
How are you?
It's cool, dude. How are you?
I'm doing pretty good. Just sitting over here at a friend's house, waiting on the Southern Maryland Guitar Guru show to holler at your boy.
Nice.
Nice, dude. Well, we got you on the air, dude. We were running hot today, man. It's just been nuts for us tonight, man. So we appreciate your patience.
Running hot is way better than running cold.
That's
Hey,
right.
yeah.
Especially nowadays. So,
That's
dude,
right.
let's just jump right into this, dude. We got an update on your music. We're jamming you right now. Nursing Patient is playing. I got all your songs lined up, man. So talk to us about these songs, when they're going to come out, and what's all of it about, man.
Well, since you said we're playing Nursing Patient right now, that just came out, I believe, less than 2 weeks ago. I just did a release for that. So that's the brand new song from 2019, the first song that I have released this year. The other songs that you've got, I believe you got Tag Along. That's the song before this that I released. And then To Have No Right, which is another song that I believe you have, came out, is actually the first song that I recorded post-band when I got my recording equipment and set out solo. So that came out, I wrote that in 2009. So basically, the album that I've been working on, which is now finished, is 13 songs, has spanned between 2009 and 2019. So we're talking a decade here.
Wow, dude. Well, I'm enjoying this, man. This sounds good.
Yeah, I like it. It's something a little bit different. It's more lead. There's a lot of lead guitar in it. It's something a little bit different. Then you've also got Apart From Yourself, which was released last year. I believe most of these were released in 2018, 2017. And then you've got Desert Stars, which is a song that has some violin work in it. It's something a little bit different. It's acoustic, mostly, I believe. There is some electric, but it's mostly acoustic, along with To Have No Right is totally acoustic. And then you've got Come Unglued, which was kind of like my industrial song. It was more industrial rock.
There's a wide range.
So, yeah.
There's a wide range of variety on this.
Well, see, that goes back to the name No Origin. I created that name so that I wouldn't be pigeonholed with anything, because the last band name that I had, it sounded like just straight up rock. Like, it wouldn't be right to come out with like an acoustic song or something, because judging by what that band name was, it just wouldn't be feasible. Let's put it that way.
Gotcha. So that's pretty clever there. It keeps you wide open on your possibilities.
Wow.
Yeah, sometimes I want to play some keyboards and maybe not have a guitar and something. So under that band name, I feel like I can pretty much do whatever I want.
Yeah.
Well, are you going to get some guys together and go play this music out? What's your plans?
I don't really have a plan to do that. The whole reason, back when I was younger, this is like one of those old men in a rocking chair stories. Back when I was younger, I ended up liking Nine Inch Nails quite a bit, and I didn't know at the time that Trent Reznor was basically like the main force behind all of that, and that he recorded and pretty much wrote like that whole first album, and pretty much nothing gets done without him. So once I found that out, I was kind of transitioning between having been in a band and knowing what it's like to not be able to do everything that you want to do, to where I was like, you know what? Maybe I should practice my skills on all these different instruments and just give it a go and just see what happens and totally create whatever it is that I want and go go that route. So got Pro Tools and a bass guitar, and eventually I got a drum set and all that, and I just kind of liked the freedom, and it was a challenge. So I ended up doing all these, everything that you hear on all of these 13 songs, nobody else has touched, nobody else has laid a finger on, so to speak. So if you hate the bass player's work or you don't like the vocals, then I'm the guy to blame. Which I kind of like. And another thing is I kind of like if somebody doesn't know that it's just me, and sometimes they'll make a comment like, oh, I really like what the drummer did there, or I didn't like what this person did there, and I'm just like, yep, that was me.
I love it, dude. I love a critiquer like that.
I'll tell you, and be able to take full responsibility. How cool is that?
Right.
Yeah, and that, you know what, that was a good segue. I do like critiquers like that, which is why I need to give a shout out real quick to two influential people that have helped me along the way here over these past 10 years.
Sure.
I would like to give a shout out to Dabney, my number one nugget. That's an inside joke. They all know what I mean. And then I have Debbie Zabine. They've been really instrumental in being the people where if I say something really stupid or I have a really dumb idea, they'll be the first ones to tell me. You know, you got to have people like that in your life that, you know, aren't afraid to tell you, you might not want to do that, or this doesn't work, this doesn't sound good. So they really helped me. And even my neighbor across the street, you know, sometimes I'll bring songs over just to listen to on his little stereo system, and I'll just stare at his face while he's listening to it. Like, it's kind of creepy because, like, I want to see, like, every reaction that he has or something. I'll be like, oh, he didn't like that, or he liked that, you know?
Right.
Really, just stare him down, you know?
Yeah, just straight up staring down.
Well, dude, what?
Like stranger danger.
Right.
He'll be sitting there and he'll press play and he'll be nodding his head or something. And I'll just be looking at like every change in his facial features.
That's kind of creepy. But.
So what?
It is kind of creepy, but you know it works. It works.
Yeah. So what?
It's like playing poker with somebody. You know, you got to pick up on the tell.
Right. Yeah, you can tell if they like it or they don't. You can just look at them.
Yeah, because maybe he won't tell you that your song sucks, but if you're looking at his face and you're like, ooh, he cringed right there, you'll know.
Yeah.
So what else is happening down in your neck of the woods, man? What's going on down there? Anything good? Any good gossip?
Any good gossip?
Any good band news?
Do I?
Any good local band news? Any kind of drama? Anything? No?
Well, there's Lunatic Luau is actually coming here in May, and there's a battle of the bands happening right down the street from me, where whoever wins that competition ends up being the opener for this big festival that happens in Virginia Beach. Like, so far, Bush, P.O.D., Shinedown, The Glorious Sons are going to be there, and like five other bands or something. But they do it every year through FM 99. And whoever wins this battle of the bands will be the very first band to go on the second stage.
At the Lunatic.
That's like 5 minutes from my house.
Right, and that's what is that? The Lunatic what?
Luau.
The Lunatic Luau. It's on May 17th, and they do it every year. So this is Lunatic Luau 19. So this is actually the 19th time they've done it. It started in 2000.
Oh wow,
you
cool.
got to get in on that.
Was it 2 years ago? It was Avenged Sevenfold was the headliner, and like last year it was Alice in Chains and Stone Temple Pilots, and like they've always got big bands, and there's usually like 10 of them.
Wow.
Oh wow, that's cool, man. I knew I got in on the good gossip. See, that's why I asked, man.
Yeah, that's the extent of the gossip I'm aware of around these parts.
Well, yeah, dude, I don't care about anything else. I'm talking music.
Yeah, right.
Right.
We're here to talk about music, right?
What was on your local news? Shit, I got enough up here. I'm good. That's awesome, dude. That's awesome. So, since we talked last, we challenged you to write some songs, and it looks like you done kicks our butts and wrote some songs for us. So what was the hardest part of getting it going again?
Well, last time I talked to y'all, the Nurse and Patient song that we probably just listened to, I guess, by now, that was the one that I still needed to write lyrics to, that I hadn't actually, I'd already recorded the music, but I hadn't written the lyrics yet and then laid the vocal track down, obviously. So that happened after I talked to you all. And then I went back, and that song Desert Stars, I did a lot of remixing on it, and recorded some vocals over to a few songs. To Have No Right, I did some remixing on. Basically, the last time I talked to y'all, there was one song left to record, and everything else was going through the past 10 years of the music that I've kind of been putting together, picking which songs I wanted, and then going back over them with a fine-tooth comb. And obviously, in 10 years, you're going to get better at doing what you do, so you kind of need to go back over the older stuff to bring them up to date with what you're doing sound-wise so that they will sound cohesive on an album.
Yeah.
It's basically been the broad sense of what I've been doing. There's one more song to make, like song number 13. I haven't decided whether I'm going to re-record some guitars or leave it like it is, but so really there's only one song that I really need to retouch. And then I might go back over a couple of the songs that I've privately sent Dan. I might have to go back over a few of them and do a little bit of mixing. Basically, like it's all like EQing and maybe bring up a certain instrument here or there or down or whatever, just a little minor thing. But the album is pretty much done. There's no name for it. There's no artwork. I don't know when I'm going to release it, but for all intents and purposes, it's pretty much done.
Wow, dude, that's cool, man. So, so when are you going to get them all together in one collection and release the collection at one time? Are you even planning to do that?
You mean the album?
Yeah, are you going to put all the songs together on one thing and do one big more release party as you I'm just trying to wrap my head around when you're going to do it all officially.
Well, I mean, there's 13 songs that are going to be on the album, so eventually I have to figure out a track order and figure out a way to distribute it, because I do want to make physical copies. Like, I can do a digital release or have them all as a collective digitally. Like, I can do that next week if I really wanted to, but I really want to make some physical copies, because to me, that's what I like, and I want to see something physical for all the years of work that I put into it. So I want to do the jewel case, the booklet, have the lyrics printed, the thank you section, the whole 9 yards, like you go to the store back in the day when people still bought CDs, basically.
Okay, cool.
I love having something tangible in your hands that you can open.
Yeah. See, I'm the type of dude that always like laying in bed with the booklet open, reading the lyrics, looking at the pictures. Like, that's what I want, and that's what I plan on doing. But
right,
I know that a majority of people will probably not buy it, so I'm going to have to do a digital version too. So.
Well, you never know, but that's probably a better move.
It's not really an and/or. It's kind of like, I'm just going to do them both, and I know it's a money thing pretty much at this point. Like, how many of these do I want to make? How much money do I want to put into it? Because I already know I'm probably not going to ever see that money again.
I can relate. I can relate.
But you got to do what you love to do, man. If it's something you believe in.
Yeah, like I want one to put in like a picture frame. Like I want the cellophane on it. Like I want to do up some like just to have and give to people that like I'm personally friends with, that I see all the time. Like just something just tangible.
Dude, I love taking that booklet out and just looking at it, reading it. I used to geek out over, let's see if there's somebody different who might have played drums on this one track, and there usually is.
Right. And another thing is like it just seems much more real. It just seems real. Yeah. Like the problem with the digital stuff is like obviously if I'm going to sell it as an album, all the songs are also going to be available as singles. Yeah. But if people just buy a single of something, they're not getting the scope of what your purpose was for the album. Like, they're not getting the story, they're not getting the flow. Like, it's really important that if you're listening to an artist that you like or whatever, and you really want to get into their music, there's a reason why the songs go in a certain order. There's a reason why these pictures are chosen. Like, these lyrics, like stuff like that. It's really important that people still hold on to that and don't let that go by the wayside and turn everything into a singles market.
Right. You don't get the whole story if you can't see the whole picture. It's an art form when you write and you put things in order. There's a rhyme and reason to it.
Right, there's a lot of work that goes into it, and it's a bigger picture than what I think a lot of people realize, because they just want to hear a single. They just want a one-off track, and like if you take a piece of a puzzle out of the puzzle, then you're obviously not seeing the picture.
That's correct. That's correct. Well, we're getting into a new song here on the list.
Yeah.
So we'd like to hear.
It's called "Come Unglued," man. This thing rocks.
Oh, it's rocking.
Come Unglued. That was one that I wrote. I'm really not a fan of saying exactly what a song is about or why I wrote a song, but I believe with this one I can probably give a little bit of context and not ruin it. Because that's another important thing is if you can't relate to it and have it feel like, relate to it in a way that means something in your life, then it kind of loses its whole shine, I guess. But I wrote that song after Scott Weiland died. Like, it was like a day or two after Scott Weiland died that I wrote that song. So there's a little bit of Scott Weiland in that song, and there's a little bit of me, or maybe more me, I don't know. But if you read the lyrics or you listen to the lyrics and what's being said, there's a connection with Scott Weiland, and that was my one song where I wanted to do something more industrial, kind of back to what I was saying about like Trent Reznor and 9 Inch Nails, like your Stabbing Westward, your Filters, like bands like that. Like I kind of wanted to do like my little spin on it. Like I always wanted to kind of dabble in the industrial scene, so that was kind of my answer to that.
Now this has got a hell of a groove to it, man.
Yeah, so for the people listening, you're gonna hear like some machinery sounds. You're gonna hear like everything that was like everything that makes something industrial is kind of like what I was going for, without trying to like rip it off or.
Well, yeah, you want to make it. It's yours. You created it. It can't be.
Yeah. It's kind of like if you take like Alice in Chains and make them kind of industrial. It's kind of like what it would. I guess it sounds like.
Right.
That's cool, man. Wow.
This is good. This is very good.
Yeah, it rocks, man. I dig the groove.
Yeah, I'm actually. "Come Unglued" is one of those songs like I'm really actually proud of. Like. I know, like, I'm proud of, like, everything I've done, but something about "Come Unglued," it was like, I'd never tried to do anything like that before, and I didn't know if it was going to work, or if it, like, I didn't know. So, like, when I got done with it, I was like, I kind of did what I set out to do on that. Like, it sounds like something I would have listened to back in the day, like, in the industrial scene, and been like, hell yeah, I like that.
Yeah. Right.
Hey, what kind of gear are you cranking, man? Anything different since we talked to you last? Refresh my memory of what you got jamming on, man. What you're jamming.
Well, I don't believe we've talked gear very much, but I can tell you I use 6-string guitars and 4-string basses, but we'll get a little bit more technical than that. My main guitars are Fender Jaguar, and it's modified. I put hot rails in the bridge for that "Come Unglued" song. I'm pretty sure that's the Fender Jaguar. And then I got a 1964 Fender Mustang, and I put little 59s in the bridge. And then my other guitars, sometimes you'll hear a 72 Fender Deluxe Telecaster. That's the one with the Strat neck and headstock with the wide range humbuckers in it.
Yeah, I dig that.
Let's see, there's one.
Sexy.
I've only got one song with a Fender Strat in it, and that's, I believe, a 96 or a 97. Most of the solos and stuff that you hear after a certain point, it's kind of hard to say. Let's see, not "Come Unglued," not Nurse and Patient either. Some of the newer songs, all the leads in that have been done with an Ibanez RG 370.
Okay, I know that model.
Which actually, going back to the shout out I gave earlier, Debbie, I called The Bean. I actually ran that guitar by her. It was at a pawn shop somewhere up in Virginia somewhere, which I found out later. Like, literally, this guitar was only like 100 miles from me, and I didn't even know it. But I think it was eBay. It was some pawn shop on eBay, and I just happened to be looking for a guitar, and all of a sudden this camo guitar showed up, and I was like, that's the most gaudy thing I've ever seen. Like, I do not look like the type of person that would ever play this guitar. And I was like, I have to have it. So I sent her a picture of it, and she was like, that thing's ugly. I was like, yep, that's the guitar.
Yep.
So I ended up buying that guitar and putting some a DT100, DiMarzio DT100 Super Distortion in the bridge, and had it all fixed up. And I put like some like aftermarket like hardware, did a bunch of replacement and stuff, and it just played like a dream. So it kind of became like I usually throw that in for rhythm, and I'll also use it for like solos and stuff. And other than that, like for bass is like the main thing. Not the main thing, but like another main instrument is I use a Fender Jazz bass. It's a Squire, the '60s, classic vibe. So I use that, and then like for acoustics, usually I use I got a Martin acoustic and a Washburn acoustic. Depends on what I want it to sound like. And then for drums, I use a Simmons SD 1500 kit. So it's electronic, and in the program that I use to record, I basically make the pad sound like whatever I want it to sound like. So I'm actually drumming it, but all the sounds are coming from the VSTI in the program, so I can make it sound like whatever I want.
Right.
And then for guitar, like I run Boss GT100 amp effects processor, so like everything's all in that little floor pedal. Well, not little, but the floor pedal, like all the amp sounds and the effects and everything are all encapsulated in there. So I've got it to where I don't even mic cabinets or do any of that when I'm recording. I just run that straight into the program and model everything through that, because I can choose like where the microphones are on the cabinet, like all that.
Sweet.
So like if I'm playing live, I have a Marshall half stack and a vintage Fender Bassman 2x15, and I got a few other cabs as well. So like if I really want to, I can, but I usually only do recording.
All right. I was gonna say, when you go out, when can we see you out? You know.
Well, you can't, because I only have 2 arms and 2 legs, and I would need probably like 3 guitar players, a bass player, a keyboard player, a drummer, and all this other stuff. If I was going to take these songs and actually play them live without playing to a track.
Yeah, you've put a lot of work into these songs.
I just want to make sure that the listeners know and everything. Like, I am the only one that's involved in this.
Oh yeah. And it's a lot of work you put in. You can hear it. I mean, the fact that you did all this. That's why
I'll go. Sometimes I've gone like 3 to 6 months in between doing songs, because like after I get done with like one of these massive projects of doing everything by myself, it's like I'm taking a vacation.
Yeah.
So I can totally understand why like most people don't do what I'm doing.
Yeah, there aren't many.
Right.
You know, it's too much.
It's a rare.
Yeah, and the problem is you got to approach everything like, I don't know, like you got to step outside yourself, kind of like if you're, when you get to the engineering part or the mixing part or the mastering part, sometimes you just got to walk away because you get so involved with it you can no longer hear it properly.
Correct.
Yeah.
Correct.
So that's important. If you're gonna do everything yourself and wear 20 hats, then you got to be able to walk away and then come back to it and have it be like, you got to almost forget what you did so that you hear it fresh.
Yes, that's right.
Yeah, dude, you got to take a break. Your ears need a rest.
Yeah, because when you're recording,
you know how it is. If you listen to something so much, it's like it just starts to sound just the same. Like you don't hear it.
Right, make mistakes. So
yeah, you can't yell at yourself like you can yell at other people when you're recording together.
Right. Yeah, you become too a part of it and too on the inside, and you can no longer criticize and give an opinion that isn't biased.
That's right.
That's right. That's cool, dude.
Awesome.
Yeah, man.
Well,
shit.
That was all the tunes there, right?
Yeah, we just finished our last Desert Stars demo song, man. That thing was cool.
Yep, that's the one that's got violins and some little special things in there, you know, a little variety. I sent you all the variety, so kind of.
Yeah, I dug it.
Showcase everything. I didn't send you anything with a piano in it, but there are some that exist. You know, I got a little bit of everything.
That's cool.
We appreciate that, man.
Yeah, dude, they're on rotation now, so I got them.
Right.
Yeah, dude, I'm telling you, they're going to be played for a while, so that's good stuff, dude. Really appreciate it.
Right on. For people that want to come check out more and stuff, I got my YouTube and my Facebook page. I'd like to plug that and let everybody know where they can check all that out. If you go on YouTube, you can go to Justin No Origin Band, and you can you can be the first one to see when I make a new release and drop a video. Because one thing I want to say is for a lot of these songs, there are music videos for them. So if you want to do more than just hear the songs, you can check them out there and see the lyrics and everything. I always put, all that stuff in the description. You can buy it if you want. And then for the Facebook, it's just No Origin Band. You can go there and stay up to date.
Cool.
So like, share, do all that good stuff that everybody does. Click the bell on YouTube so that when I make a release party, you can jump ahead in the line and you automatically know and you ain't gotta wait.
That's right, dude.
Beautiful.
Exactly. Cool.
Absolutely. Everybody get out and check that out, please.
Yeah, because you can't exactly come see me live, so you kind of need to stay up to date with the YouTube and the Facebook page if you really want to check out my music. Because I'm sorry, but I'm not an octopus, so I can't get out there and do it.
Well, we're gonna get you some bandmates one day, but just keep cranking them tunes out, and we'll keep jamming them.
Keep that hard work going, man. We're loving it.
Yeah, dude.
I plan on doing that. I'm gonna take another little mini vacation, get all the songs together, figure out the cover art and all that, and I guess I'll start on the next 10 years of my life.
There you go.
Perfect.
That's a great plan.
Cool, dude. Well, dude, we're gonna let you get out of here for tonight. I'll be hollering at you like we always do, and we'll see what's going on in the future with you, man. What's it sound like?
All right. Well, I appreciate the Southern Maryland Guitar Guru Show for having me on and being so hospitable once again.
Yeah,
absolutely.
That's right, dude. The beer is flowing over here tonight. I hope it's flowing at your side of things, right?
Yeah.
Hell yeah, crack one open and get you full.
That's right. Yeah, man. Papa and Ollie is up in our tent camp.
Sweet.
Cool, dude.
Justin, I appreciate your time, man. Thanks for being a repeat offender on this show.
Oh, I appreciate it. I hope to be a habitual offender, not just a repeat offender. So I will see you all again.
You
will
be.
All right, brother. From the Southern Maryland Guitar Gurus, we say good night and thank you.
Nice.
Okay.
Wow, dude.
Yeah.
He's always a good guest, man.
Oh, he's a great guest. That's why he's always going to be on the show.
Yeah,
and,
man.
As you heard the songs, and when you really sit back and, you think about how much work you got to put in when you do it all by yourself.
Oh, yeah.
It's a lot.
Oh, yeah.
And there's a reason why it takes so long. Yeah. And there's a reason why you take breaks. That's just a lot, man.
Got to.
You've got no one but yourself pushing you, which, in my case, if it was just me pushing me, I'd be sitting in my sweatpants right now at home doing nothing. It's the truth. I would be, or maybe even Porky Pigging it with just a T-shirt,
Oh, Lord. Porky Pig.
Yeah, so the guy works hard. The songs show the hard work. So we love having them on. You're going to hear more of them. Get over and check them out. Justin No Origin. And
yeah, we're going to play it on rotation now.
Yeah,
got them.
It's in the bank.
It's happening,
now.
Dude. Getting songs, man.
That's right. Thanks for all the free music, guys.
Yeah, it's cool.
Yeah,
we got around that stuff. So, hey, let's do the Two for Tuesday shout outs, man.
Yeah,
let's read them up, Alvin.
Here we go. See, I like this part, even though this is only week 2, because it's showing that people are sharing, and sharing is caring. And it means a lot to us, and we love it, and we love you for it. That's why we want to give you guys the shout-outs. This is not pre-recorded. This is not this is off the cuff. This is me, D.A. Danny Albin, your co-host, doing his thing.
You're going to read the list of names.
After a lot of beers.
Yeah, we're reading the shout-out name list. Have fun with my handwriting.
Now, last week we kind of just did it where I just, it's first time, so I was like, okay, I'm going to give these shout-outs. This week, we may even get a little more in-depth. We may take it in promo mode.
Oh, wow. Cool.
I don't know yet. So, I want to have fun with this. And, holy smokes, let me look it over one time, make sure I get a couple of these right.
Come on, man.
Well, your handwriting it's good.
It's interesting.
But I can't make all of it out. So, if I get a name wrong, please forgive me. A couple of these are repeats. I like these. That means something to me.
I know. It's cool.
I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know that one either, dude. Pronounce
right.
it the way it looks.
All right, I'm just going to pronounce it the way it looks.
Yeah, it's fine. No one's going to
No
hurt
disrespect. It's just me going through this thing very quickly. All right, well, crunch time. Shout outs for Tuesday. Thank you to the fans. Thank you to the listeners. Thank you for the shares. Here we go. We've got Chris Lane. We've got Trish Galato. We've got David Thompson. We've got Hissy, Brent Robbins, Steve Hamner, J.C. Moore, Carly Zegnutsky, Andrew McSpadden, Jerome Malsack. That's the one that had me tripped up. Sally Hartog, James Cornett, Vinny Barbarino, Matthew Archer, and Sharon Delaney. If I missed your name, I apologize. If I mispronounced, I apologize. But we want to thank you from the show for the shares, for the love. We're shouting out to you. Thank you.
Oh, wow, dude. You gonna breathe?
And I took 3 sips of beer while I did that. You didn't even hear that, did you?
No, wow, man.
So we love you guys. Thank you so much for that.
Yeah,
I
that
love
was
this
cool.
segment. It's so cool.
Yeah, man. That was a good list, man. It's catching on, man. I love it, man. It's crazy. I'm going to say shout out to Mark Lambert. He's going to be on the show coming up. I know I shared it to his group, and I know that I believe he liked the post, and I can't believe I didn't write it down. But shout out to Mark Lambert real quick.
Yeah. Like I said, if we missed you, we're sorry.
I try to keep up, but I just want to cover my bases because he's cool.
Yeah,
So that's
absolutely.
cool.
He's coming on.
Yeah,
so.
he's coming on. So that's going to be awesome when we talk to him.
Nice.
All right, so I'm going to shift gears again real quick while we got a couple minutes. Guitar of the Week. And people been waiting for this one because it's a special week here for the Guitar of the Week.
Guitar of the Week.
Special week here. The Guitar of the Week started out like any other Guitar of the Week segment. I went down to Island Music Company in LaPlata, Maryland, like I usually do. I acquired the Guitar of the Week, which this week happened to be a 2017 limited edition American Professional Pine Jazzmaster. And everybody knows me that I have a affection for Fender Jazzmasters. No. I got a thing for them.
One.
I got a thing for them, right? I got a thing for them, Bug. I got a thing, you know?
Yeah, it's a thing.
So I got this guitar, had it at the house. I'm doing my thing with it, and over the weekend, I just fell in love with it, man. It's just so cool. Wait till you hear the story of this thing. It's pretty awesome.
All right.
You know, I researched into the story of it. I got swept up into the story of it, man.
Well, weave us a tale, shall
Well,
we?
I am, man. I'm getting there. I'm just setting it up so y'all know what went through my mind to make me do this.
All right.
Because now the Guitar of the Week left the shop and it never came back.
Uh-oh, does Keith know yet?
Oh, yeah. I took care of it like a champ. Look like a champ. I even called him over the weekend. I said, hey, man, we're going to have to do something on this thing. This thing's rad. And he's like, no problem, man. I got you. Got you, Dan. Made me real comfortable with it.
All right.
Real comfortable. So shout out to Keith and all the guys there, man.
Okay.
They're first class, man.
Oh, of course they are.
God.
Of course they are.
So yeah, man. So the Guitar of the Week is special. So I'm gonna weave the tale that sold me and got me, man, and I love it.
Go ahead,
It's
Daniel
awesome.
Angelou.
Oh yeah.
Weave us a tale.
All right. So here we go. I pulled all this from Fender's website. So it's awesome. This is right from their deal.
They got marketing. They know.
Right. So Fender's original prototype instruments were fashioned from pine. That was the original wood they used to do the prototypes, was pine, because I guess it was just readily available, cheap, abundant, whatever.
Sure.
And that's what they did with their prototypes. So with this limited edition Pine Jazzmaster, they actually got the body wood from a grain elevator facility in Superior, Wisconsin. And that it's over 100 years old. Actually, they say it's 130-year-old wood.
Wow.
And it was actually used in a building. And if you look closely at it, there's actual nail holes and stuff in it.
Yeah.
It's pretty cool. So
That is
let me get back to this. So this body wood began its functional life over 100 years ago as part of the Globe Grain Elevator Facility. A grain elevator, so the Globe Grain Elevator Facility in Superior, Wisconsin, before it was reclaimed, cooked, and fashioned into an instrument. The grain, knot holes, and man-made imperfection make each one unique. That's why I really took a picture of the back of the guitar and put it out there, because it's awesome.
That is awesome.
Yeah. Okay. So the unique guitar is handcrafted from 130-year-old pine reclaimed wood from that Glow Grain elevator facility in Wisconsin. It's complete with the original grain, knot holes, the imperfections from the man-made to deal with the nails. And actually, it's got a hole right through it. Right below the bridge, there's an actual old nail hole.
You bought a hole with a guitar, or a guitar with a hole all the way through it.
Yeah, dude.
That's cool, man. It looks awesome.
Yeah. So, dude, and what's nice, pine's a real lightweight wood, so it's real nice and light.
Yeah.
Real nice and light. Real comfortable. It's got a nice ringing sustain and a warm round tone. And when they cook the wood, it's a thermal treatment that removes the moisture and sweetens the tone and darkens the natural color of the wood. So that color is from them cooking it. So
Wow.
they heated it up, man, and everyone's unique, man. It's really rad. It's really rad, man.
That is awesome.
So I just got swept up into the story just knowing that guitar, that wood's 130 years old at least.
Yeah.
That's pretty cool.
No, it's beautiful. I mean, I'm actually sitting here looking at the guitar of the week in front of me. I never get to see these.
Yeah.
I get to look at it all the time now. No, it's beautiful.
Yeah, and check out the neck. The neck is a figured maple neck. So it's not just a standard maple, it's a figured maple, so the grain is a lot more beautiful. And it's just, we'll pull it down and during the break I'll let you check it out.
Ooh, I get to touch it.
Yeah. And it's got a deep sleeve profile for all the neck nerds out there that need to know.
Yeah, believe me, that's more important than you can imagine.
Right. It's cool. Let's see. Let's see, what did they say? The V-Mod single coil Jazzmaster pickups are made for this deal. Let's see. A voice specifically for their positions. They're overwound for high output tone with vintage warmth and the crisp, clear sound that made Fender a legend.
Oh, yeah.
So they're real hot, old school single coils. And when you look at it, you can see how high they are above the pick guard.
Oh, yeah.
They're real high. So it's kind of cool, man. It plays really easy. Really easy.
I can't wait to find out.
Right. It's got a black anodized aluminum pick guard, a one ply, so just a single piece of aluminum. Limited edition neck plate. And that completes it up, man.
Dude, an anodized pick guard.
Yeah.
That's cool right
Yeah,
there.
I know.
The fact that it's not a, for lack of a better term, I apologize. That's not a plastic pick guard.
No, not at all.
That is cool.
No, that's cool. It's got the Mustang bridge. It's nickel plated. It's really brass, but they
Look at
nickel
that.
plated it. They should have just left it brass.
Dude,
I think it would have been cooler.
Those knobs are freaking awesome.
That's the
looking, man.
vintage knobs.
Yeah.
They're cool. Yeah, the
Yeah.
old school.
No, they look sharp, man.
And it's a 22 fret Jazzmaster. That's usually not how they come.
Right.
It's only select series that have the 22 frets. And that's the only one I have that has 22 frets now. So it's very useful. I can't wait to really record with it
Right.
and check it out.
In case you just got to hit that one extra high note, it's there.
Exactly,
The
dude.
availability.
Yeah, man. All I can tell you is it's just a player's guitar, man. It plays so.
So are you happy that it's
I'm stoked,
on
man.
the wall now?
Oh yeah,
It's
I'm
part of the
stoked.
collection.
I'm stoked, but I've been so busy since I got it. I haven't really got to play it again.
Well, that's all right. You can play it after I leave here tonight.
Yeah. but it's nice, man. What do you think?
I love it.
It's cool. The whole maple
That's-
fretboard and neck all together is one piece. It's just so cool how they
Yeah.
do that with the figured maple.
That's more of my speed because of the looks. I mean, it's beautiful.
Yeah.
I'm all about that,
Right.
you know.
And they believe it's been in an oven, man. The body was been in an oven, man.
Yeah.
That's pretty cool.
It is pretty sweet, man.
Yeah,
Great.
it came with a real nice flight case. That's a TSA grade case. So if you got to travel, you can
smokes.
lock it and keep your key. And TSA agents have a special key that's made that they all have that they can just check the instrument and send it on its way.
Right.
So that's a cool case that comes with it. Came with all the other assortments and stuff
Sure.
for that level. It's real nice, man. Real nice. I'm real happy to have it in the collection. It pained me to get traded the 2 guitars I had to give towards it.
Yeah,
But
well, you know.
Gotta do what you gotta do sometimes.
Sometimes you got to. I mean, it's not like you don't have any that you couldn't have traded.
Right. Well,
Jeez.
I swore it off. I wasn't gonna do it, but this one suckered me in.
Yeah, that's a nice piece. That's
Yeah.
That's a keeper forever.
Yep, that's a keeper.
Yeah.
And it was limited to 500 pieces. And that's number 474.
Oh,
If that matters. It doesn't matter.
Damn it. You didn't even get like a 475.
That's cool, dude. I'm down.
Nah, that's great, man. You got one.
Yeah, it's nice. It plays real good. I'm real happy.
So there it was.
I mean, Island Music just hitting home runs.
Island, you stepped in and saw it at Island Music, and damn it if it didn't stay here.
Yeah, man. So now I told Keith, I was like, look, you got to pick the guitars each week. Like, so
Yeah.
I can stop picking them.
Yeah, well, he's going to want you to keep buying one every week. You know,
Yeah.
it is a business.
I know. But now the guitar of the week is awesome, man, and I'm just super stoked this week to have that piece.
So
Man, this is awesome.
So with this feature, we apologize, but you cannot go to Island and buy this guitar because it's already sold. But there are many, many others that you can go down there, pick up off the wall, check out, and buy. So get down to Island and check them out.
Yeah. Tell me you want to see the Guitar Guru Guitar of the Week.
Yeah. You go in and you check out one of the guitars that have been reviewed on the show, you get a discount, I believe.
Yeah.
On that guitar.
Yeah, you got to talk to Jack.
Yep. Talk to Jack, which we've talked to Jack. Talk to Jack.
Yep. I'll pick it up.
There you go.
Cool. Let's take a quick break and we'll get Jeremy Payne on the phone.
Yes, sir. We're
Cool.
we're still moving. We're still moving.
Yeah, man. Cool. Guitar Gurus with Dan and Dan. We'll be right back.
Welcome back to the Southern Maryland Guitar Guru Show. If you're lucky, you'll see these two on a tandem bicycle riding down 925. We see each other through different eyes.
Oh, yeah. And we're back, man. How's it going, dude?
Yeah, loving it, man. What a great night.
Yeah.
Dude, this show has just become a teenager. This is the 13th episode. We are in the teens, my friend.
We are, dude.
And 13 is not an unlucky number because this has been stellar so far.
It has.
It's moving faster than normal, but that's expected when you have a 13 involved.
That's right. Yeah.
But what a great group of guests. So the interviews are going great. I'm so happy.
Yeah, it's good. And we're jamming a song right now by our next guest, Jeremy.
Sweet.
Jeremy Payne of the Music People. He's got a couple different projects going on. We'll let him explain it to him, and we're just going to let the music chill in the background, and then we'll just play it on rotation again.
There you go.
And then we'll get the information on him and all that stuff.
Yeah,
too.
he's a grinder.
Yeah, he grinds. This is our industry guy.
Nice.
Yeah, he works for the Music People, and they do all the on-stage stuff. And pretty much everything in here is on stage.
Yeah, there's a lot of that stuff in here, and most of you have a lot of that stuff probably.
Yeah, a lot of mic stands around here on stage.
Yeah.
It's awesome, man. They do a good job.
Cool.
And he does a good job at his job. So
Yeah.
we'll talk to him about it. So let's bring him up on the Ollie Soundstage phone system.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. Let's do it. Oh, it's ringing. Nice. Here we go. Let's see what happens.
Hello, Gurus.
Jeremy, it's Dan from the Guitar Gurus. You want to go on the air, dude?
Yes, I can. What's going on?
Nothing, dude. We're just sitting here in my studio. I got my co-host, Dan Albin, with me. Dan Albin, say hi to Jeremy.
What's up, Jeremy?
Hello, other Dan. How are you?
Doing great, man. At first, I thought we had Mrs. Doubtfire on the phone.
Hello. Yeah.
That's awesome.
That's cool, dude. Well, dude, thanks for coming on the show, man. This is big time for us, man. Dude, you're a big deal in the retail music industry, man. So I really appreciate you taking the time out for us tonight, man. This is cool.
I'm not a big deal. I'm just a guy. You guys are the big deal.
Oh,
yeah, well, okay, thanks. We'll take that.
We'll take that. We're down in Southern Maryland. We got our little 3 counties that we like.
Yeah.
So it's cool.
We're pretty cool in a couple zip codes down here.
So,
Well, I'm excited. Thanks for having me on, guys. This is going to be fun.
Yes, sir.
yeah, man. So, my listeners, let's bring them up to speed, man. Give us the little history, the little bio on Jeremy Payne, the music people guy, and then the musician, man. What's up?
Sure, yeah. So, I mean, I got my start in the MI industry. I started in retail. I was a kid. I was like 16, 17 years old. And I was teaching and doing some sales. It was a newer company in my hometown, Niagara Falls, New York. And did that for some years, got through college, and kind of worked my ranks up there, kind of ran the business for the most part. And once the college tuition bills started coming in, I realized that, small little music store, didn't matter if I was owning the place, it probably wasn't going to pay the bills. So
right.
I threw my resume out on a Sunday and to a bunch of different people, and the music people hit me up the next day and scheduled a phone interview for Tuesday. They flew me out on a Thursday for an in-person interview. And, I think maybe 3 or 4 weeks later, I was telling my fiance at the time, now my wife of going on 9 years, hey, we're moving to Connecticut. You down with that? And she said, yeah, sure, okay. We were getting married in like 3 or 4 months from that time. So it was a really kind of exciting and hectic time for us, but I moved to Connecticut to work for the music people and the Hennessy family, and I've been there ever since.
Wow, sounds like they're taking good care of you.
They are, yeah. I mean, it's been a cool experience. It's a family-owned company, but it's not a small company either. Right. We just did in 2018 had our biggest year ever. Did just shy of $60 million. So it's not a like a tiny little family-owned company. It's a kind of big family-owned company, and we only have, I think, somewhere in 70-something employees worldwide. So still, lean, but has that family, owned mentality. And like today, snow came in, and they said, you know what, guys, get out of here. We don't want you to, anyone to be in any danger. So they let us go early, and they give us time off, before the holidays that aren't on the company calendar. It's a good place to work. It's a lot of fun, and I've got to do, I can't tell you how many different job titles I've had over those 9 years. I've done everything, from sales to marketing, trade show stuff. I was sales manager. I've done so many different things. And so right now I'm a national accounts manager, which is a fancy way of saying sales. And I'm our onstage brand director, which essentially lumps a bunch of stuff in. I'm the onstage guy. I get my hands involved with the onstage brand in a lot of different ways. But it's mostly interacting with our customers to understand what should onstage do next as a brand. What's the next good moves? And then I work with a bunch of different people in our building to kind of make those thoughts a reality.
That's awesome, dude. And, if you've done all those jobs once, you're pretty much expected to be able to do them again at any other time.
Yeah, it's kind of weird. I mean, so they give me the freedom to just kind of inject myself wherever needed to help the company, which is good for me because, like, I'm not the kind of person who can just do one thing over and over and over and over. I would go crazy. Yeah. I have to do something different from time to time. But, the backbone of what I've always done is sales and, working with my friends and customers. So everything kind of comes back to that, but I splinter off, and they encourage me to help where needed, but they also are like, dude, you're our sales guy, like, you're our dude, so please do sales first. And
that's not
a problem, because that's how my brain works.
They've got a lot of faith in you, and you're doing the thing. You're working hard, so it's a good partnership. Working for an employer that's going to take care of you because you're taking care of them too. I like that.
Definitely.
I like that. Now I'm looking around this studio, and I'm seeing about maybe, I don't know, 6 or 7 different of your products in here right now.
Yep.
What are the chances of getting 2 more?
Hit me up, man. We'll get you what you need for sure.
We need a couple of stands for these mics, that
It's like, come on, Alvin, man, really?
Hey,
Nah,
man, you
shameless
don't get
plug,
what you don't
shameless
ask for. So, absolutely, you we'll get in touch afterwards, and we'll get you what you need.
Right. Well, I'll tell you, man. I'll give you the rundown of what I got, man. I'll tell you, dude. I love everything On Stage does. It's just awesome stuff. We got the actual isolation booth. That's how we do the calls. We make the calls good. It's pretty cool how I have that set up. All our mic stands are on stage. I got 2 pedal boards, man. 2 pedal boards. One for my effects loop and one for my regular floor display. So I just love the brand, dude, and it's just so cool that over the years, the relationship I built with you, that it's come full circle where we can have this kind of relationship with each other through a show like this. So, man, this is cool. So, awesome.
Yeah, agreed. I think relationship is the key word there, and that's the foundation of the whole company. And I have a relationship with my employers, and they have a personal relationship with me. They're not, I'm not just a number there. And our direct customers aren't the end users, right? We sell to music stores and installers and distributors and that kind of thing. And so for me, going to work every day, it kind of feels like I'm cheating a little bit. Like, it's not it's not like work. I basically go in and I talk to my friends all day, and I help them solve problems and come up with solutions to help their businesses get better. And so that relationship extends, even further down the line to they have that type of relationship with the end user. And, we're working on making our relationship with the end user better too, because we do, interact so much directly with the music stores. And probably that's the one weakness that we recognize as a brand, is that we need to do a better job communicating with the people who are gigging with our stuff out on the weekends. And it feels good to get a little bit better at that. Because you guys know you got the gear there. I had a ton of on-stage gear before I started working for TMP, and we make good stuff at an affordable price, and that's a gigging musician. That's 80% of the market right there.
Right.
Yeah, it's everything. It's all affordable.
Yeah.
Musicians don't have any money, but they still need stuff. So these products are affordable, and they're durable, and they last. So the products are great. No question.
Yeah, it's kind of funny. I always when I was a kid and started to realize that I was going to work in this industry for life, I was like, oh man, it'd be cool to work for Gibson or Fender or Yamaha, one of these giant brands. And not in a million years would I have told you I would be working for an accessory company back then, because accessories don't really seem as sexy as guitars, right? But we need them, right? That's the stuff that allows you to do your thing.
Right.
You need it just as much as the guitars and the amps.
It's the truth. That's the truth.
Yeah, I know another quality product you guys do is the laptop stand. We have that here too, Jeremy. And dude, that's how my laptop and the shelf underneath of it, man. It's just awesome. It's just awesome. So it's just good stuff.
So check this out. I did this calculation. I do it from time to time every year or so. We have over 800 products in the line now. It's just mind-boggling. It's almost overwhelming. It is overwhelming. We have so much stuff, but we just want to make sure that when people need a little doodad to mount their phone to a Viking ship or whatever, we've got it. We've got every solution that someone would need for, mounting and stands, small accessories, all that kind of stuff. And we just keep expanding it. We just did keyboards and keyboard bags, speaker bags, drum bags. So we expanded the case line a little bit at Winter NAMM. It's just endless, man. We just keep coming out with more stuff. Every time I'm like, what are we gonna do? What's next?
Right.
Just find something else that makes sense.
Yeah. Do they send you out to Winter NAMM? Do you go?
Oh yeah. I actually go early, and I kind of lead the team that sets up our booth. So we do a 50-foot by 50-foot booth, which is, if you haven't been in a NAMM show, that's one of the bigger size booths.
Oh yeah, dude, I was there. I saw it.
Yeah, so we set that whole thing up, and so I get there the weekend before the show, and we get to setting that monster up, and Wednesday I'm on the NAMM YP, which is the NAMM Young Professionals Board of Directors.
Wow.
And so I have meetings for that, and then I do the whole show. So yeah, I go to every winter and summer NAMM show.
Nice.
Yeah, man.
This was my 20th.
Wow.
Yeah, you're a pro at it, dude. That's for sure.
You're a veteran, man. You're a veteran now.
Well, since we're talking about the NAMM show, man, how was it at this past year's NAMM show to win Rep of the Year from the Music and Sound Retailer magazine, man? That's like a big deal, dude. And I just want to say congratulations, first of all, because I know how hard that is to get. So talk to us about that, man. What does it feel like, man? Because I know you're a grinder with all the stuff you helped me back out with back in the day. Like, you went above and beyond to help us out. And me and Aaron still talk about that to this day. So tell us about winning that award, man, because it's pretty special, dude. Reflect a little with us.
Yeah, I mean, it's huge. It's, to be recognized in any fashion is always kind of weird for me. I'm probably the worst person on the planet, like, to give a gift to or to give praise to, because I get really awkward, and I think I'm a pretty extroverted person, but for whatever reason, I've never been good at this, and I recognize it, and I'm trying to get better at it. But essentially how they do that award is they put out an issue where they ask the retailers to nominate, and they do, there's a couple for people like best sales rep, lifetime achievement, that kind of thing, and then they do for products as well, best accessory, best guitar, best drum product, whatever. And so they go out and they get nominees, and they narrow it down to the top 4 for most of those categories. And I got a call, and they let me know that I was nominated, and I was in the top 4 nomination votes, and I was like, whoa. And I was like, well, who else is nominated? And they told me, the people that were nominated: Bob from Yamaha, Anna from Chauvet, and Misha from the Music Link. All people that I know and respect a lot. And I was like, whoa, there's no way I'm going to win this thing, because they're all really good people I look up to. So I was super flattered that, my customers thought enough of me to nominate me. So that was very, very humbling in and of itself. And then when they told me I won, I was just like, what? That is stupid. And to be honest, like, I kind of felt like I know that I work hard and that I work hard for people, but I always feel like, oh man, I could use my time so much more wisely. I could have done this different. I could have been better. And so for me, it's humbling. It's very flattering, but it's also a bit of motivation to be like, man, I feel like I could have done a lot more to deserve this. So I'm gonna pull my bootstraps and work a little harder for people, because I don't want to kind of be like, oh yeah, I've done it, boys. Let me kick my feet up and enjoy the fruits of my labor. This award sitting on my desk means I don't have to do any work in 2019.
Yeah. Yeah, I know that's not true, dude. You're not.
Wouldn't
like
that be nice? But yeah.
All right,
let's go nuts. That would be terrible. I would be so bored.
All right, let's shift gears a little bit, man. Let's talk about you playing music. This whole time you can't hear it, but we're jamming your stuff that you sent me the links for. Tell us about your projects and what you got planned coming up for that.
Sure, yeah. So one is a little project that my buddy Joe and I started playing. He was the first guy I really connected with in Connecticut as far as like being in a band, because I grew up in Niagara Falls, and I was playing in bands from when I was like 12 or 13, and played with relatively the same group of, I don't know, maybe 10 or 12 different people until I moved out here when I was 22. I was a kid. Wow. And so it was really weird to be gigging all the time, rehearsals every week, recording, yada yada, to absolutely nothing, because I just didn't know anyone in Connecticut. So I met him on Craigslist, the good old-fashioned way for millennials, I guess.
Wow.
And so he's a good drummer, plays guitar, can sing, and so he and I started like a little 90s group, like a 90s cover band, which Connecticut was kind of lacking. That for like 6 or 7 years, and with a couple different bass players, just a 3-piece thing. I played guitar and sang. Joe played drums, backed me up on vocals. And then we just decided to call it quits, because we were, just ready to do something else. And we toyed around with some different original stuff. And eventually we were just like, why don't you and I just record some tunes and just see what happens. And we did it all in his basement, and so I did pretty much all the guitar, vocal, bass work on that, except for one tune which he did, which was called Thief in Chinatown. And this project's called Butte, I should say. And it's just a little studio passion project, and just there's like some songs on there that are like kind of reminiscent of Stone Temple Pilots. There's some Foo Fighters kind of stuff. There's like soul funk tune on it. It's really kind of random. It's just like whatever came out, over the course of, some time. And Joe did a great job mixing, engineering, mastering. He did all that right out of his basement and did an awesome job. And so that just got released.
Yeah, it sounds great.
Go ahead.
It sounds great, man. It really does, man. It's pro grade for sure. So that I'm kind of floored that you're saying that he did it downstairs. That's so sweet.
Thank you. Awesome. Yeah. And then the other project that I sent you just yesterday or the day before, Dan, was the actual band I'm actually working with regularly, and it's called Tied to One. And we had a different iteration of this band a little while back, and so we're kind of hit and refresh. Went up to Ugly Duck Studios in Boston and recorded that 5-track EP, which we just got the final master back for tonight. So I don't have any like, hey, go download it here information, but listeners here are getting the first listen ever of that EP, just self-titled Tied to One, TIED 2-1. And that is, really fun for me. It's the first project I've ever been involved in where I'm just singing, no guitar work, really for me. A little bit on the recording, but live, I really don't do anything on guitar. So it's kind of fun to put the axe down and pick a mic up and just focus on that for a while. And so another guy, Marcus, that I've been playing with on and off for a long time here in Connecticut, finally kind of reconnected with him and a few other guys that he met up with, and we just clicked. The whole band is, you guys know how hard it is to get 5 guys together who just click and get along and can write music and can learn music together. The recording process was a blast, and Ugly Duck Studios, man, Sam, one of the owners up there, just a total genius, getting ready to move out to LA. He's going to do big things.
That's wow. Cool, man. It's good to be connected to guys like that. Because you never know.
Agreed, yeah. I can't wait to work with him again. I hope, I get the opportunity to.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, it's like our buddy. Who do you work? He's down in Nashville, and he does all that stuff.
Yeah.
What's his face?
Yeah, we'll get into that.
Yeah.
We've got a guy like that we know.
Yeah.
So those are good people to know.
Yeah, that's cool, man. That's awesome.
I got a guy, I know a guy.
Yeah, I got a guy. Yeah, he's across the way there. Just That's awesome, man.
Yeah.
You've got a lot of irons in the fire, so to speak, and you're working hard and you're doing a bunch of stuff.
Like I said, that's the way my brain works. I every time I'm like, it'd be really nice to just do this one thing, and then I just do that one thing. And I'm like, all right, I gotta do something else. This is getting boring. It's just the way I'm wired. I don't think I realized that until somewhat recently in life, I guess. Like, I was like sitting around my house just going, man, I gotta do something, start picking up different hobbies, getting involved in different projects, and I can't sit still.
I'm with you, man. I'm with you. I've got like maybe one or two, if I'm lucky, nights a week where I don't have anything happening, and it drives me nuts. Even though I'm tired, I still want something to do.
My normal Tuesday night thing is, it's one of the nights I do it, but I do jujitsu as well. And it's right, the academy that I train at, it's a shout out to my friends at House and Gracie Jiu-Jitsu Connecticut, is right down the street from my office. So usually I leave work, go right there, train, and then get home around this time actually. And so I literally will just be gone for the entire day. I come home, I kiss my wife, eat some food, take a shower, fall asleep usually. And thank God that she's cool with that, because I love doing jiu-jitsu and mixed martial arts stuff. It's so much fun. It's probably an equal passion to music for me at this point in my life.
Wow.
That's cool, man.
That's very cool.
Well, if I ever make it big, I'm hiring you as security.
Yeah.
That's good stuff, dude. Well, we'll hire you for the band. That way you can be in the band and security all at the same time.
Yeah. Note to self. Stay cool with Jeremy. Stay cool with Jeremy.
I bet guaranteed no bar owner's ever going to stiff you on the tab.
It's funny, man. There's like a lot of musicians that also are involved in jiu-jitsu. There's a lot of big musicians. Of course, I've said that, and now I have to say a few. But I think one of the dudes in Godsmack is in the jiu-jitsu. That Maynard from Tool, he's I think a brown belt or a black belt. I mean, there's a lot of mixture between those two cultures, and there's a lot of similarities. You know, for a long time I thought that most musicians that I knew were just super egotistical, myself included. But then I realized, no, that's just guitar players, and the rest of musicians are quite a humble bunch, and definitely true in the jiu-jitsu realm, because you can't be like a cocky jerk, and then walk into class and with some black belt, some dude who's way better, he's gonna choke the hell out of you. You get humble real quick.
Yeah, real quick.
That's nuts, man.
It's usually a drummer.
Oh.
All right, sorry. I'm going to catch a lot of shit for that.
Come on, let's tell some drummer jokes. Hit me with a drummer joke.
Hey, what do you call a drummer whose girlfriend just broke up with him?
I don't know.
Homeless. What's the funniest thing a drummer ever said? Hey, guys, let's try one of my songs.
All right, here's one. How do you get the drummer off your porch?
How?
You pay him for the pizza.
Oh, yeah! I love that. I love that.
Give me more. Give me more.
Oh man, I don't know anymore. I don't think.
Oh, you used the best one.
Yeah, those are enough. That's hard enough.
Yeah, Brent's gonna get pissed.
Yeah, he's heard. I do this to him all the time. So I do this to all the drummers, and they love it.
Yeah, that's cool. Well, dude, this has been awesome to have you on, dude. So, let's, without further ado, man, out of all your musical experience of playing shows, wherever you've played shows, Niagara Falls to Connecticut, it's our signature question. We call it best gig, worst gig. Answer in any order you want, but you got to answer both. Tell us your experiences playing shows, man. I'm eager to hear this.
So, you gave me, I mean, I've listened to a couple, I listened to Keith's podcast and a couple others, and who's the Ampeg guy? I can't think of his name right now.
Oh, yeah, Dino. Good friend.
Dino, yeah, I met him once. He came into our office and did a little training.
He's cool.
So I loved their answers, and I was like, man, what would I say to that? And then you asked me beyond. I was like, okay, well, now I got to think of this. And I tried to develop an answer in advance, but I don't have one, so I'm going to riff here.
Sweet. Cool.
I think best gig is going to be tougher, so I'm going to say that for last.
All right.
Worst gig, man, I've played to a lot of empty bars. This is tough. So I think it's probably a tie. So one had the potential to be the best gig ever, but probably was the worst gig. So when I was in retail, Carmine at Peace was coming up to do a clinic. Wow. And he's like, we need a guitar player or two, a bass player, and that's it to help him out with the clinic. And so the owner's like, well, you're going to play. I was like, oh, that'd be awesome. That'd be killer. So we had a bass player or a bass instructor who was really good, who was really big in the church community, and he found another guitar player that he knew. And so I met up with this guy a couple times we did like a Jeff or a Beck Bogert, a Peace tune, and a Zeppelin tune, I think. And so I was just going over it with him. So, what are you going to do? What am I going to do? And everything went really well. The guy was a real slick player. I grew up in the church playing. You know how some of those guys are. They can just rip.
Yeah.
And we set up, and it was in the middle of a mall, so you knew that the sound scenario was already going to be horrendous, right? Like big glass skylights, tall ceilings, just like sound situation was horrible.
Echo.
And Carmine just beats the crap out of the drums as well, so
Right.
he's really interesting to play with.
That guy's
And
awesome.
so gave everybody, we all shared the same tuner, make sure everything's just picture perfect, and we started playing, and man, someone was like a half step off, like they tuned to E flat standard or something, and I didn't know who it was because the sound was so terrible. I couldn't tell if it was the bass or the guitar. I was just like, oh my god. And I'm looking at the guy like, dude. And I checked my tuning. I had a pedal tuner in front of me. I was good. And I'm looking at the other dude. I'm like, dude, you got to stop playing.
Yeah.
And he just was like, nah, I'm not. He didn't know what was going on. He was just going to fake it till he made it or something.
Oh.
And I really don't know who it was. But somebody was way, way out of tune. And Carmine's just looking at us like he is furious. You can barely tell what's going on.
Right.
But dude, he was pissed.
I'm
And he is
sure.
the nicest guy in the world, by the way. Like, went out to dinner with him a few times. He's like the nicest man ever. But man, that was like so embarrassing. We had a pretty decent crowd too. I was just so embarrassed. Like my first time probably, playing with a big artist like that.
Yeah.
And it was just terrible.
That's horrible. That's horrible. You're playing with a guy. I mean, I would kill to be able to be up there with him even for one song. And here you are, you're there, and just one mistuned instrument. Just, oh my God. That's,
man.
I'm sorry, man. I'm so sorry.
It was brutal. It was absolutely brutal.
But I'm glad to hear he's a nice guy, though. I mean, I've always wondered about that. He's a great drummer, phenomenal drummer.
Oh, yeah. And he came back. That was his first time there, and he came back 2 more times, I think, over the years, because he was endorsing Slingerland.
Okay.
And we were a big Gibson dealer, and they had purchased Slingerland at that point. And so that's kind of how we got him.
He was obligated.
Yeah, that's probably the worst gig. I'll tell you a quick second place one. I won't be as long-winded.
Sure.
Played out in front of a baseball stadium here. It's like a AA team. And it was, they had some big event going on before the game, and they said, we're going to have you play out front as people are walking in. We're like, oh, this is going to be cool. Play at a baseball stadium. Yeah. Not bad. Outdoor gig, middle of summer. I mean, what could go wrong?
Yeah, right.
And we set up. We brought our own PA, did everything. 3-piece band, super easy. Start playing. They put us right by the gate. So as people were walking in, they were kind of rocking out to us. And we played pretty well until this old guy. And it was, so the theme of the day, and we didn't know this till we got there, was Christmas in July. And this old guy walks right up to my face. I'm singing and playing, like gets right in my face. But I saw him coming a long ways away, and I heard him coming a long ways away. He was mad, he was so mad. He goes, shut up, shut up, shut up. He's just screaming, shut up. And he walks, he locks eyes with me from like 50 feet away. It just comes all the way up in my face and is screaming. And I don't know how I managed to get through the tune. But then he sat on a bench like 10 or 15 feet away and just grumbled the whole time. And like, that was literally the whole gig. This guy screaming in my face. I mean, it's also funny, so it's not that bad, but it was a little distracting.
Oh my God. Can you tell me what song it was? Do you remember?
Oh God, no. I mean, we were just playing 90s rock, and this guy was like probably, bless his heart, he was like in his 70s or 80s, and like I think he was expecting to hear some like, Jingle Bells or something, and we were just
Dean
not
Martin
his cup of
song
tea.
or something. Oh my God, that's hard to not break character when somebody's just screaming "shut up" in your face.
I mean, and I didn't want to, like, he's an old guy, like, I'm not gonna be a jerk to him. I just kind of laughed it off a little bit, but man, that was pretty funny.
Damn.
Wow.
It's good that we can look back at these things and laugh about it,
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, man.
Okay, so best gig. Man, that's tough. I've had so many cool playing opportunities, and some of them were really simple. So, man, I think I'm going to go. I was in high school, or actually, no, I think I was in college. And I was with some other kids that when I was in high school, we were all band nerds together, and we started a swing band. And I think we had like 10 or 12 people in the band. We had a couple sax, like 2 altos, a tenor, a bari, trumpet, trombone, drums, and an upright bass player. Nice. And then I played trumpet, some trombone, and I sang a couple tunes as well. And one of the girls' mothers set us up with this gig at our high school, and the cherry poppin' and like we had a really big high school. Like my freshman class was like 1,100 people, so it was a big school. Oh my God. And the cherry poppin' daddies were playing in the auditorium, and so we were going to be the the mid-show break band, but they didn't put us on the stage, which we were like really bummed about. Like, oh man, we don't get to like go like play on the stage. Like we play up there all the time.
Right. Exactly.
Yeah, but they put us in the cafeteria. They cleaned out the cafeteria, moved all the chairs and tables out, and they put a stage up and they put us in there, and we were playing some swing tunes, and you know, everybody during intermission from the crowd filtered in, and they had drinks and that, like they served wine, I think, that night. So it was mostly an adult crowd, and the place was just packed, and there was a ton of professional swing dancers, and so we're playing, and I got like my Goodwill zoot suit on and just dancing around, and there's like professional dancers throwing women up in the air, like really hot, and the whole place was just jamming, and just kind of a weird thing, odd gig that like most musicians probably wouldn't pull out as their best gig, but man, I had so much fun playing that. It was just so unexpected. Like we were bummed, we thought it was going to suck, and it turned out to be a really, really fun time. And I think some of the guys from the band were in there dancing and jamming out as well, which was pretty cool.
That is very cool, man. Dude, it sounds awesome.
Yeah, it was one of those, I've been in a lot of bands, but like as a kid, like I think I made more money in that band with 12 people in the band than I did in any other band. We got hired for so much stuff, and people always tipped us really well. We did good in that band.
That's crazy how that works, man.
Yeah. You know what? Let me tell one more. I love telling stories. Sorry. Dude, so Vanilla Ice. Okay. I opened for Vanilla Ice at the Fillmore East. They took the Fillmore East name and reopened it at a different venue in New York back in like 2007 or something like that. And my buddy's band was in this, like, I think it was called America's Next Star or something like that. And it was like, his band was like entered in and like moved on to like the finals of this thing. And he's like, dude, I need you to come. And I've been filling in on guitar and bass, different things for him over the years. I was like, oh, this sounds great. And we opened up for Vanilla Ice, played a great show. I had this huge backline Mesa rig, which just sounded gigantic. It was like the best bass sound I've ever heard in my life.
Wow.
And that was awesome. And just to watch Vanilla Ice perform, at that point in his career was pretty cool. I mean, he rocked the house. I couldn't believe how good he was. You kind of like roll your eyes at it, but man, what a cool gig that was. And just like the history of the Fillmore East, although it was a different venue, was injected into this place. And I think it's now shut down, but that's huge,
It's still a different name, but the same building, right?
I think it was, I don't know. I have to plead ignorance, but
okay.
Well, I mean, just to play under the same banner of like, I mean, who didn't play Fillmore East, right? That's like the Whiskey. It's like one of the biggest
I didn't.
clubs ever.
I didn't get to do that, but you did, and that's great. Hey, you opened for Vanilla Ice. That's a pretty cool story, man.
Yeah, that's awesome, man.
That is awesome. Man, this is why I love this segment of the show where we ask that question.
It just brings it out.
Because you don't know what you're going to get. His worst gig and his best gig both involved, like, professional, like, you got Carmen Abbasi, and then you got Vanilla Ice on one end. This is awesome. I'm enjoying this. I'm enjoying this interview, Jeremy. I really am.
Oh, likewise, man. This was fun. So have you guys answered this question on air before?
No, and we're not ready to do that yet.
Oh, come on.
We will do that. If we ever get invited onto another podcast, we might answer that. Because we've got plenty of answers between the two of us for these questions.
Oh, yeah.
There's a reason why we ask them.
Right. We're gathering the data on that one.
And the verdict's still out because I could still have the best or worst gig. This is still a possibility.
I don't know, man. Jimmy Dar, man. Someone pulled a gun on him.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah,
Someone
man.
pulled a gun on you at a show. That sounds like the best gig, right?
That was last week's episode, and let me tell you, that was the coolest answer I've ever heard so far. Not to discredit anybody else's answers, but he got a gun pulled on him.
Dude, that's so rock and roll.
He said that was the best gig he's ever had.
Dude, you got to listen back to that one, man. That guy runs a tight company, man. 920D is cool, man. They're good people, man.
Oh my God! So no, we don't answer our own questions on this show.
Well, I look forward to hearing it when you do. So I don't know. Maybe I'll have to start my own podcast so I can ask you it.
You do that, and we'll come on. I promise. We have not been invited on anybody else's show yet.
Come on.
Seriously.
Got to get a hold of Joe Rogan or something. I'm sure he'd have you on.
If time, he'll get a hold of us in time. I think we're gonna be okay there.
Hey, Joe, call them, okay?
Yeah.
Right.
Give us a call, Joel.
I know a guy.
I know a guy. I would love to go on somebody else's show and just be like, I don't know. I'm not that I'm not me on this show, but there is a different me if I was on another show. I want to be that guy for about 20, 30 minutes. I'm looking forward to that.
Lord.
So, yeah.
Well, I love what you guys do, man. It's cool that you're repping your area of the country and trying to bring more focus to, your local scene. It's something that, I wish we had a little bit more of in Connecticut, especially in the middle of the state. There's a lot of really good local bands, but man, there's just really not that tight-knit community. And I have to apologize to any Connecticut bands that, dude, we got an awesome scene, because maybe I just haven't been here long enough and been a part of it long enough to know, but man, I know it felt that a lot different when I was in Western New York and, Niagara Falls, Buffalo area.
Yeah.
But it seems like it's a fading thing, man. Unfortunately, every bar owner wants to hear more and more covers, and we're getting replaced by DJs. So kudos to you guys for keeping, local music alive and doing your part.
Well, we do appreciate you saying that. Thank you so much for that. We really do appreciate it. There's, like I said, when we were interviewing, we had a full band on earlier. Aaron's band was on earlier, full band.
Oh, right on. Yeah.
And
Trilogy, right?
Yep.
Yeah, and we were talking about this sense of community, and there's something here in Southern Maryland that most of the country would never understand. We have a scene here, and it's ours. It doesn't belong to anyone else, and it's a very tight community, and it's a thing. You wouldn't understand it if you were in Baltimore or Pennsylvania. You wouldn't get it. It's all about here. So
yeah,
we're glad to be a part of that, and
that's awesome. I mean, so I'll put my NAM hat on really quick. NAM's mission is to get more people playing music and prevent people from quitting. And I think it can be really. I could see the path. A kid learns how to play guitar, starts a band with his buddies, and gets out there and starts playing and doesn't really get any love, no support from the other local bands, and gets discouraged and quits. I mean, that is the opposite of what our industry needs. So, I mean, it's really, really important to get out and go see other local bands and stand up in front of them, clap, get into the music, make everybody feel the love. They'll return the favor. That's just the way, like I said, man, musicians, we could be egotistical on stage, but I think we're a humble group of people, and we need more of it. So get out there and do your part, people.
That's right. True. Those are true words, Jeremy. Thank you for saying that. It's exactly right.
Yep.
So we agree with that.
Cool. Well, dude, we're going to let you go, man. Get back to your life. We appreciate you taking some time out, and look forward to you listening back to your segment, and we'll see how everything goes, man. Have you back on in a couple months, man. Touch base again.
Absolutely. Sounds like a plan.
Yeah, I'm gonna get a couple words in real quick before we close it out, if you don't mind. I've really enjoyed this interview with you, and I've enjoyed listening to your tunes. And you'll hear it in post, but they're playing in the background, and I've just enjoyed that so much. Thank you for your time. It is an absolute pleasure talking with you. Keep doing what you're doing. Obviously, you're kicking some ass. So, thanks.
Thank you.
Thanks very much.
Thank you, gurus. Take it easy, guys.
All right, Jeremy from Southern Maryland Guitar Gurus. We say good night and thank you.
Good night. Bye.
Yeah.
There it is, dude. What a cool dude, man.
Cool dude, man.
I told you.
Dude, I didn't get to talk about the fact he was wearing our t-shirt.
It don't need to, man.
It doesn't need to be talked about.
No.
That's how cool he is.
That's it. He's got it, man. You
Yeah.
put it out there.
Our ugly bugs across his chest like that. Yeah, check that out.
Check that out.
But yeah, he's a top class, first class kind of guy, man.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah.
So cool. Let's say a couple words and close this thing out because we're running over.
Yeah, this was a hot, fast, breakneck show. We're gonna keep this tight. We're gonna get the hell out of here. And yeah. What are we gonna do? We went over 2,900 likes tonight.
That's insane.
That's insane. We'll be at 3,000 by the end of the weekend.
We'll see.
Give us a like.
Right. Thanks to Spoon's Barbecue for the food tonight. It was delicious. We had this soft tacos to start out, fried fish dinner, and then some spicy chicken duck.
Yes.
It was awesome.
It was incredible.
Everything is so good there. Team trivia there every Wednesday at 7.
Yep.
They have great deals on cocktails. It's so cheap. Just go. You won't be disappointed.
Yeah.
Just go. Everything's very affordable.
I went to happy hour before I came here to tape this show.
And I love it. I love it.
Beautiful.
Yeah, so go Spoons. Check out Spoons. Thanks to Ollies Bar and Grill for the soundstage phone system. They brought it home. They sponsored the beer tonight. You heard the tops popping, so we were popping Ollies.
That's right.
Yeah, I just didn't want to say pop an Ollie every time we do it.
Yeah, we don't have to. You guys know what it is now.
Yeah, we don't want to play it out and be all like,
The phone system is reliable and it is awesome.
Dude, ever since they taken over, not one drop call. Knock on wood.
Yeah.
So that's cool.
We love it.
Island Music with the Guitar of the Week segment.
Yeah.
Kind of got overshadowed because I bought the Guitar of the Week this week.
Good job. Way to go.
Well, it's a home run. There's a home run segment that week.
Yeah, at least the guitar got sold. Yay.
It looks so good up there, though. It really does.
It is a nice centerpiece.
Yeah, it's awesome.
Yeah, it almost looks as good as I do.
Hey, it ages well, man.
All right, I lost that battle.
You're right. Well, cool, dude. Well, dude, I had a fantastic show tonight.
Yeah.
Man.
Let's thank our guests real quick.
Yep. To start out, let's thank Jason Mitchell.
Yes, sir.
He came on first. Got us started.
Yes, he did.
Told his story, and it's cool, man. Wish him luck for everything.
Yeah, check him out.
Yep. And then we had the Trilogy Band on.
That's right.
And we'll be hanging out with them at Ollie's on the 22nd.
February 22nd.
That's going to be cool.
At
man.
Ollie's.
That's
Guitar
gonna be-
Gurus.
Yeah. In person.
Checking out Trilogy. They're
Yeah.
going to get it on, dude.
Yep. That's going to be a good night, man.
It's going to be badass.
Oh, yeah. Then we had our good buddy Justin Williamson on. We jammed his songs. He told us about them.
So good. This songs are good, man.
Yeah, he does it one-man show, dude.
Yep.
That's why I have him on.
Yep.
He does it all by himself. Out of his, he just does it.
Justin No Origin. Go check it out.
Yep, no origin. And then we had Jeremy Payne on.
Wow.
Insane.
It's cool, man.
Yeah, music people. Rep of the year from Music and Sound Retailer magazine.
That's
a big award, dude.
Yeah, he played it down humbly because that's the kind of guy he is.
Right.
But that's not to
huge.
quote the guy from Christmas Story, but that's a major award. That's a big deal.
It's a big deal. And
That means somebody recognized your hard work.
Yeah.
So congratulations to him for that. It was great that he gave us the time tonight. Thank you for everybody who gave us the time tonight. It
Yeah.
just means a lot to us. And like we said, we got the 2 for Tuesday. We got the shout outs and shares out. If you guys need your shows or want your shows plugged, just hit us up.
Yeah, hit us up. And we got a big March planned. Big March.
Yeah, March is full.
Well, it's not full yet, full, but it's getting, they're coming.
It's full.
Call. You need to send a message. It's happening.
Yeah.
Because we're going to reconfigure some formats in March. So
Yeah.
it's going to be cool. It's going to be real cool. March is going to be a cool month.
Yeah, of course it is. This is my birthday month.
Exactly. Exactly. Well, cool. It's Guitar Gurus with Dan and Dan. I'm done, dude.
Yeah, yeah, definitely spin. I want to say goodnight. Thank you, fans and listeners. Support local music. Support local business.
Yeah, that's it, man. We're out of here. We'll see ya. Guitar Gurus, Dan and Dan.